Weird.
We can't all make declarations of hatred at the same time. Hi, everybody.
There are dozens of us. Dozens!
你好中国比较西呢，我爱更尊重中。Shield up. There's nothing sacred.
Oh, wait a Alson, help me up onto his casket so I can dance on it.
I don't care.
But how did you ever find us?
Oh, easy. We just read the screenplay you left us.
And Hispanic people, too.
Globe gold! Globe gold! Globe gold!
You get nothing! You lose! Good day, sir!
I'll help you. Everything is sexist. Everything is racist. Everything is homophobic. And you have to point it all out.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Huh? Zappuccino.
All right, it is Thursday night in Tooney Town, and that can only mean one thing. It is time for my favorite night of the week, guys, because it is time for Tooney Talk TV. Folks, my name is Marvin, and I'm the Movie Monster, and I'm feeling the Halloween spirit. Actually, that's a lie. I'm so done with Halloween already. Like, you have no idea. I just remembered that I had this Halloween background from last year, and was like, oh, I should put that up. So here we are. But, guys, we have a fun night ahead of you today. Hollywood has decided that... you know, much like we blame Nolan for everything, they're now going to blame Jared Leto for the failings of Tron. Tron Legacy, that is. So we're going to talk a bit about that, about the fact that it bombed horrifically at the box office. We have a great panel here tonight. I'm sure we're going to have some great conversation. If we get to $300 in Super Chats tonight, we will not only gift 10 Tooney Town TV memberships, but we will have an exclusive question and answer period with the one and only Nolan Thunder. So if we, now officially, guys, if we don't get to the super chat goal today,
Oh, I see. Oh, it was no one's fault. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Well then, problem solved.
All right, but I can't do this by myself. I need the best team ever assembled in the history of pop culture podcasts. I need the Tooney Town Titans.
Titans, go!
Ciao, Paisan.
Hi.
Stop abusing your powers.
I had to when I saw it pop up. Hi, everybody.
I'm done with Halloween because I've been like engrossed in Halloween since the end of August.
I haven't.
Because
so.
that's when Halloween Horror Night starts, and I've been going to that since opening night, which was August 29th. You know, Disney's been decorated for Halloween since mid to early August, but not that I see it very much because I don't go to Disney very much anymore at all.
You and everybody else.
Yeah, right. Well, no, this week apparently has been pretty crowded because it's fall break and Canadian Thanksgiving. So it's been crowded this week, but, I'm sure, we're going to see the fall off again, I'm sure. But, and as you know, Trish, 1 week of it being crowded completely counteracts 4 months of it being deserted.
The other 51 weeks can be totally empty. It's fine.
Martin Stone is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Marvin. Hey, Trish.
What is going on, buddy? How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Just enjoying that weather's changing.
The weather
Finally.
The weather is in fact changing. We had to get a dehumidifier for the garage because that's where our washer dryer is, and it's so humid that clothes weren't drying.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was not good. So, but you know, we carry on. We carry on. You see, Nolan, I did a little welcome to the Black Parade right before I brought you out.
Heck yeah, I love it, man.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah, Nolan and I are the My Chemical Romance.
Thank you, Martin.
It never leaves, brother. The emo and all of us never leaves.
I thought he was trying to do carry on.
That was not what I was trying to do.
Oh, leave it to Martin.
Of course, if he had
it was
been
in
watching,
my head.
if he was watching Supernatural, it'd been Carry On My Wayward Son.
Yeah, it would. But, you know, he hasn't even gotten to the first one yet, so.
You don't know what I've been doing this week.
I know it wasn't
15
that.
episodes.
I talked to you on Tuesday.
But there
I
will
know
be
what you
peace
haven't
when you were
been
done.
doing.
Lorn!
Lorn!
Put me back. I'm trying to do research.
Research on what?
Sticks.
Can't tell you.
Okay. You actually want to be taken off the screen?
I'm doing research. I'm doing stuff for our buddies.
Oh, okay.
Look at his face. Take him off the screen. I mean, he could just shut his camera. It's another option.
Yeah, you know. I would like to say that Trish is the one that said to do it, and then Lorn did it. So much for down with the matriarchy.
Yep. Thank you. Good job, me.
Matriarchy is alive and well. Now he's back to prove a point.
Too late. Already done. Too late. I already got the win. It's fine.
All right, guys. This is a show that is made for you and financed by you. We count on your generous super chats to keep the lights on around here. Did Lorn just bounce? He did.
I mean, I didn't do it. So.
I didn't do it either. We'll bring him back when he's done with his research.
He was really determined to not give me that win. He's like, I'll leave.
I salute you, Lorn.
Nolan.
Yeah, I know what he's up to. So.
Hey, no, we applaud pettiness on this show. We truly do. But this is a show made for you guys, financed by you. We count on your generous super chats to keep the lights on around here. We do take your super chats as the show goes along. We break for $50 or more. So if you super chat someone that is $50 or more, we do stop and we talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about. Give you the floor right away. But we appreciate every single super chat that comes in, regardless of whether or not, regardless of how much it is. We hail the 199 and we honor our 50 plus. So yeah, awesome. All right, sorry. My head is all sorts of different ways tonight. Like there is so much going on behind the scenes, not just here at the channel, but at that Park Place as well. Pro and Jonas have been hyping it for a while. There is going to be a major announcement happening tomorrow, and I'm highly involved in that. So it has been a lot. But you guys will find out everything that we have been hinting at for months comes to a head tomorrow. So that is going to be a big deal. Make sure you keep your eyes on X and you know all sorts of other places. So all right, guys, let's see what is going on here in the chat. BPE checking in for $20 and no message, aka the BPE special. We love you, BPE. Thanks so much for being here. Always appreciate you being here. Liquid Fox for $5 Canadian says, I have something to say that may change the way people view me, but it must be said. Do not care for Sting. I find him extremely overrated. Now, which Sting are you talking about?
I was just going to say, do you mean the wrestler? Do you mean like the lead
Or do you
singer
mean
of the
Gordon?
Police?
Yeah.
Because I feel like if it's the
Gordon
latter, if it's the latter, Martin and I would probably have a lot to say.
You guys like Sting?
I feel like the Police comes up a lot in our conversations. I don't know why.
We're both
just Martin and
fairly.
I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, it's just we just talk about this kind of stuff a lot. We're both pretty well versed, I would say.
So you talk about Sting with every breath you take?
And every move they make.
Don't stand so close to me now, guys. Okay. Time for your corniness.
All right, Regia Sharp for $10 says, give a man a fish, feed him for a day. Take his fish away, and he's lucky just to be alive. And he'll figure out how to catch another one for you to take tomorrow. Just closes that out with
Glom gold! Glom gold! Glom gold! Glom gold!
Oh my goodness. XJ Cherokee Bear checking in for $2 and says RIP Ace. Yeah, Trish, you wanna handle that one?
I mean, it's Ace Frehley, the original lead guitarist of Kiss, Starman, with the greatest laugh I've ever heard in my life. I was telling the guys backstage, if you've never
What did it sound like?
Like sincere, but like everything he's ever laughed at is the funniest thing he's ever laughed at. It's it's a great laugh. There's a compilation on YouTube somewhere about just his laughs, and it's just very, very funny. So yeah, I didn't know that he apparently had fallen and I guess got brain bleeding. Forgive me if I have the details wrong, because I literally just heard about this 2 hours before they actually said he passed away. So I don't totally
it was
know what
from
happened.
the actual fall that he died from?
Think question mark? I'm honestly, I'm not
make sure you
positive.
all quote Trish on this, because she is obviously the ultimate authority on all things Ace Frehley death. So,
I did see Kiss in concert.
Yeah. Wikipedia is already updated with it.
Of course.
We got Trishapedia.
Yeah.
I don't need no Wikipedia.
Listen, Martin and I together.
Yeah.
What's the great thing about Meapedia?
The great thing about Trishapedia is she says it before it happens.
And then it happens. Yeah, you want to talk about how you willed this into existence?
I did accidentally, sort of. I think my witch powers may have done it, because I have a friend who really loves Kiss. And I just heard about this, like, seriously, like 2 hours before they said he had passed away. And I sent him a message. I'm like, this is probably a stupid question, but you heard about this? And he was telling me about it. And then, like, yeah, like an hour and a half later, he's like, well, Rolling Stone's saying he passed away. And I'm like, did I do this by asking you about it? Like, did I trigger something? Was I just like that final boop that needed to happen? I'm good for weird stuff like that. I mean,
you really are. Like, a lot of the things that you say, like, you really need to start talking about me winning the lottery more.
No, it doesn't work that way. It works in
only terrible things.
It's either only useless things or terrible things. Like, the best you can get from it is like when Kevin made that Fat Boys reference, and it was like 3 days after we made a Fat Boys reference, and who's made a Fat Boys reference like in the year of our Lord 2025, and Martin and I just started laughing because what are the odds? Yeah, weird stuff like that.
I was telling Trish that we need to either stop talking about music or start talking about it much more strategically.
I better watch out with some of the stuff I talk about that I like, that I don't want anything to happen to. So I should probably rein that in a little bit.
But I will say that Ace Frehley has my favorite post-Kiss release. Even though it's a cover, New York Groove.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the best, I would say.
Kiss. Yeah.
That was the best one when they decided, well, we're each going to put out our own solo album. His was the best song, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Agreed.
All be booty bees and bacon with big bees for $2. Oh,
I got to maximize here. Hold on.
Yeah, no, it's me and Glomgold doing the Titanic pose.
You king of the world? Actually, it would be Glomgold to be king. No. King of the world is what? When he's on the mast, right?
Yeah.
It's been a minute since I've seen Titanic.
All be booty bees and bacon with big bees for $2 says, I want to be Halloween already.
I want you to be Halloween too.
Yeah.
I want him to be Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Nolan.
I don't want him to be Halloween Resurrection, because F that movie.
Nobody. Or Halloween Ends.
Trick or treat.
That's even worse.
Trick or treat, mother effer. Can I tell you, that was the first Halloween movie I ever saw.
Oh, wow.
No.
And you bothered to watch any more after that?
It took a while.
Tough.
It took a while. I was like to my friend after, I'm like, I don't understand what you see in these. And he was like, no, you have to watch the other ones.
I would just like to point out that Marv has seen Halloween Resurrection and he hasn't seen Scream. Just throw that out there.
You know, I almost watched it this week because I was like, you know what? Trisha's going to ask if I watch Supernatural. and I'm going to say I watched Scream instead.
That would make it
and then,
okay.
and then you would be fine with it. But cards on the table.
Get past the first 10 minutes. It makes you think it's kind of like your normal horror movie. Not that it's not great. Not that's not great. But it does things it's better than what, it's not generic. It's got a lot going for it.
Martin, that hurt me a little inside for a second. There's like a millisecond there that I was just like, ugh. the iconic
it's
scene
good
in the movie.
in
Get
retrospect.
past it. Nolan.
Chris,
When he said it to me in a message, I was like, how do you mean that, Nolan?
Chris Dickerson for $5 says,
Glom gold, glom gold, glom gold, glom gold.
what kind of path runs around yelling his own name? Psychopath.
It's been a minute since Jiggly.
Yeah, well, not
Since
in my
the puff.
house. My wife, for her birthday, she got a Jigglypuff hat from me, a Jigglypuff backpack from me. There was something else with Jigglypuff on it. I don't know, but
Is it the giant plush?
She has that already.
Yeah.
She has that.
That's the notorious JIG, remember?
Yeah. Notorious JIG. And she also has a small
I didn't know if it was a
that hangs
gift.
on her backpack that we call Jiggy Smalls.
You're welcome.
Yeah. No, that was all Trish.
Yeah, it was a Trish original right there.
Yeah. Regina Sharp says, wait, so it was Trish's fault? All my delusions are shattered.
If it makes you feel any better, when things like this happen, I feel bad. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not trying. Believe me, that was not anything I was attempting to do with my innocent question.
You're not willing people to the grave?
No, I'm not. I'm like Glinda, but not Ariana Grande Glinda. Like,
Speaking of Glinda, that was another thing. I got her Wicked socks for her birthday. I got her a Glinda rubber duck because I thought it was cute.
do you ever have Scared Halloween by you?
We do.
They have like the Glinda tiara.
She already has it.
Because I was gonna say, if she's anything like me, that would be the thing she would want.
She has the tiara. She has the dress. She has the wand.
She's got it all.
She got everything.
Yeah, no,
I want the Dorothy slippers, the ruby red slippers from Scared Halloween.
Her big present though was a something she's wanted for a while. It's an at-home Korean barbecue hot pot set.
Ooh,
so it's like the grill and like the hot pot.
I just want to sing Hot Pockets. Hot Pockets.
Me too.
Have you ever done hot pot?
I don't.
No,
think
I've done hot pot.
Oh, okay. Trish, have you?
I've done Hot Pockets, but I've not done hot pot. I don't think I have.
You burned your tongue on a hot pocket because who hasn't, right?
I was just gonna say, if someone has said I've had a hot pocket, that also goes hand in hand with I've burnt my tongue.
Yeah.
And somehow burnt your tongue on something that's still frozen on the inside.
Yes. How is that possible? How can
You
it
could
be
just-
both the temperature of the sun and the polar ice caps at the same time?
I don't know.
Devil food.
Well, the Mexicans are able to do fried ice cream, so
I've been on kind of a cooking, I've been bit by the cooking bug a little bit this week. So I made this buffalo chicken. I guess it's technically a buffalo chicken dip, but I make it like a casserole. But instead of like cream cheese and sour cream, I used Greek yogurt and cottage cheese, and I was supposed to use fat-free cream cheese, but I couldn't find any, so I got more cottage cheese. And then like some fat-free cheese, some regular cheese. It was really, really good. Pepperoncini peppers.
You just said something about the Mexicans and fried ice cream. I just realized I have next to me, I got it at like a grocery outlet thing, and it's called, what's it called? Boo Boo Lubu. And it's marshmallow with like the ring jelly candies.
You have it right next to you? Show it.
Well, I mean, the wrapper's kind of janky because I ripped it.
I won't judge
to
you.
open it, but it's not finished. I didn't finish it, but
Oh, look at the slob with the wrapper.
Boo Boo Lubu. And it's covered in chocolate. I'm into it.
You know, in
I gave it a
Orlando,
shot.
they just opened up this store called H Mart, and it's like the biggest like Asian grocery store on the planet.
Is that what I went to? I went to a really big Asian market in Seattle.
So it was,
But Seattle was a while ago now, so I don't remember the name.
we went on her birthday weekend, and so we go in and we have to stand in line to get a cart. That's how busy this place is.
Oh wow.
And as you stand in line for the cart, it winds through like a million like little machines where you can buy little like toys and knickknacks and stuff like that, like vending machines.
Oh, this is not the same type of thing.
And then there was a massive food court with like everything you could imagine Asian food wise.
I'm gonna look this up because this is gonna bother me now.
It was really cool. I liked it. But we didn't get anything because the line literally, the checkout line wrapped around the entire store. And as I said, it's a huge store.
Oh, yeah, okay. I don't know how to say it. Uwajimaya, Seattle? That was the name of the market? If anyone out there has been there or is from that area, let me know if I'm saying that right or wrong. But I went there when I was there, and it was huge. But it had, like, food, and then there was, like, an area with, like, it was everything. It had everything.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Liquid Fox for $5 Canadian says singer or wrestler? Who do I want to bug more? What? Both. It's funnier that way. But no, the singer. He was complete poo.
I say Sting is a melodic speaker. And this is coming from someone who likes the Police and generally likes Sting. But, you know, he wasn't exactly like Celine Dion belting those vocals out. Right. Much more. I say it with love, but
Sting is he got ahead of himself. I actually think what sets them apart is the drummer, not him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I like that they're a trio. You don't see that too much in music. Yeah. It's a little trio.
That much. There's plenty
in
of
rock
trios.
bands. In rock bands? No, you don't.
Well, you don't see power trios much anymore.
Oh, the power trios. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Even Nirvana wasn't supposed to be a trio.
Right.
Fun fact for you.
Liquid Fox also gifted 5 Tooney Town TV memberships. Thank you so much, Liquid Fox. And congratulations to those who got those 5 memberships. William Thompson, bringing us over the $100 mark for the night, says, I was never a Kiss fan, but heavy metal lost a true legend, and my prayers for his family and friends. And Trish, I won't make fun of Supernatural because of your loss. And Marvin, you are now my favorite YouTuber. Thank you, William Thompson. Very much appreciated it.
Oh, yeah. Liquid Fox said Rush. My hot take is I don't really like Rush. Respect Rush, but I don't really like Rush. So I sometimes forget about Rush. My apologies. That's on me. Sorry about that one.
Sean, the artist formerly known as John C. for $1.99 says, Trish, you're not a witch, just goth. Smoke cloves.
I'm not so easily boxed in to one place.
No, you're not. And like, I don't remember you ever being like gothy.
I wasn't goth. I mean, I like the color black.
Yeah, like but you've never been goth. Like I was more goth than you were.
I mean, like I'll listen to stuff, but then you know I'm not against putting on like Spice Girls. It's fine.
I mentioned this before on the show, but like I was like full on like emo goth kid when I was in high school. Like it was like I was super cringy. You know, like writing like the poetry about how life is pain. And, you know, stuff like that.
Are you, Marvin, are you that guy who kept showing up to Edgar Allan Poe's grave site till like 2009 and was doing it for like 20 years? Like the hooded figure?
No, that wouldn't be me, Nolan, because 20 years before that, I was not old enough to go to Edgar Allan Poe's grave.
See, but I'm old school, as I feel confident saying it, as is Martin. Like, you're talking like your MCR and whatnot. And I'm like, I'm over here like The Cure. That's how you do it. Oh, that's how you do the droopy dog. Like,
so people are always like, oh my God, we need pictures of like goth phase, like teen mo Marv. And I'm like, they don't exist. They don't exist because I was not allowed to be a goth. So like there was never allowed to be any photo evidence of it because if my family ever found out, they would have put me in an asylum.
But you weren't a goth. You were an emo.
I was more goth.
I feel like there's a difference. Is that just me?
There was a major difference.
Closest I got to goth was Hank Williams, who's pretty mopey if you really think about it.
I guess if you just want to talk about mopey, I mean, then there's like Radiohead, who are not goth, but holy droopy dog. Whew, don't ever listen to Radiohead if you're trying to cheer up.
I'll be booty bees and bacon with big B's for $2 as I always overcook my hot pockets. How does that even happen?
Now I'm the one with Henry Cavill. Thank you, Booty Me.
Oh my gosh, it hasn't changed.
Oh my gosh, it's Trish with Henry Cavill. Oh.
It's a horrendous photo of me, but I'll take it because
it's clearly a screen cap taken from
dreams,
the show.
But it's dreams come true. So
pictures of Trish,
I will.
Like, I had to fight her to get the picture of her that's in the thumbnail of like the show.
Don't do that. Don't do that. No.
Albie, if you do one with me and Sydney Sweeney, I will give 5 memberships to the chat.
In 3 seconds, it'll be there.
Off in the theater, kid, you are an oddball. Hey, it's not. That's actually not as odd as you think it is. They
no,
because goth kids are dramatic. So you know.
Yes. Case in point, Marvin the Movie Monster.
Wait for Lorn to come back. Is he still doing?
What research? Are we like? What are we like? Linoleum? You have to have Lorn here.
I mean, he is my favorite. So
are we not? Are you not entertained? I don't understand. I think we're pretty entertaining. I'm making Martin laugh.
We were talking on the pro show the other day about like somebody was like, "Oh, we have to start like paying for Lorn to like go to like terrible places."
Why do you all want to torture? Like, this is why
I don't know.
Me a hard time. I'm the only one that doesn't want to torture him.
I brought up. I was like, well, like Ricky Gervais did that to one of his friends. Like he sent him to like, yeah, he sent him to all like the worst places. And I said, but that show was called An Idiot Abroad. If we did it for Lorn, it would have to be called like A Very Intelligent and Composed Man Abroad.
Ugh. I just watched Ricky Gervais skewer Hollywood at the Golden Globes. I periodically do that.
Oh, that's like one of those things that you watch it just to like it makes you feel good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cleans your soul.
The Harvey Weinstein joke. I didn't do it. You did. Great. I'd say the rest of it, but I can't.
Yeah. Liquid Fox for $5. I joke because I love. Besides, my favorite band is Megadeth, and Dave sings like a scaled cat, but it fits perfectly with epic Megadeth.
One time I was in a store, and Megadeth was playing, and I kind of went like, Megadeth, and the guy behind the counter. It was like a game tchotchke store, and he was like, "You don't like Megadeth?" And I was like, "Well, I don't really care for Dave Mustane's voice." And he paused and went, "Fair." Left me alone. I was like, I don't disrespect them. I get what they are to metal, but can't do it. And the second I said it was because of Dave's voice, he was like, I get it. It's fine.
See, when you said you were at a store and you heard Megadeth, I'm like an HEB or a...
It was a place where they clearly had control over what was on the speakers.
Well, because I was at a grocery store and heard Nirvana, and I'm like, wow, we're there.
Oh, Kurt'd probably be horrified. But
do you remember when Megadeth came to WCW with Goldberg? Trish?
No, but if you say so.
They wrote a new theme song for Goldberg that lasted for like a month. Oh, Trish, Tooney Talk Wrestling, we've kind of adopted a new model where we're going to start, like what you suggested, we're going to start talking about old stuff. So we did Halloween Havoc 1998 the other day.
Okay.
I'm choking because that show is so bad. Because on paper, it's the greatest wrestling card to ever be booked.
But in reality.
Right. It's Rick versus Scott Steiner. It's the Hall versus Nash, Sting versus Brett, Hogan versus Warrior, DDP versus Goldberg. Like on paper, you're like, this is the greatest wrestling card ever assembled. And in practice, it is the worst wrestling show ever put on the air. It's amazing. Wow. At one point, Hulk Hogan is cutting one of his like weird, I'm in the middle of a pay-per-view, but I'm still going to do a promos. And he's doing the promo over like a clip of him killing Horace Hogan. But the audio is on the clip, and in the clip, he starts cutting a promo. So you literally have two Hulk Hogan promos going on at the exact same time over each other.
He was in heaven, and he is now. No pun intended there. I've been doing that a lot lately. You need to stumble into things like that.
You did that one too, Trish.
I did. No, I didn't. Did I?
No.
I didn't do that one. Oh, okay, I was going to say. You can't joke like that. I will think I did.
William Thompson for $20 says, liking Rush is the same as liking The Clash. Everyone says you're supposed to, but nobody you know does. And Sting, in my opinion, is the reason we no longer have the Police and why they would never get back together.
I mean, I can't find fault with really anything
Yeah.
my new ally William Thompson has said there.
It all
Your
tracks.
new ally. He hates Supernatural.
Yeah, but we formed an allyship last week. It's still in
Did you?
effect. Yeah, we did.
I don't remember
Nope.
that.
He can confirm. I'm not making it up.
All right.
I would never besmirch William Thompson's name with a lie like that.
Smirch the name of Thompson.
But yes, I no lies detected in that. Well, Rush, I think, is like a guy band. That's my theory. I don't know. I know of guys that like Rush, or at least say they like Rush. But
Lorn,
I don't know of any women. I really don't.
Lorn, are you back or not? Because I have no
Why?
idea what's going on with you.
Who cares? We'll get here when he gets here. Clearly, we are secondary. So,
Maddie
what I
for
say.
$5 checking in says figures hot on the outside, icicle in the middle. Stony Encino Man.
I saw Encino Man like when it came out, and then that's it. So that movie is long gone in my head.
Mhm.
What was that? That was like 1993, right?
I don't remember.
Something
All
like
right.
that.
Oof. Oof.
Regina Sharp for $10 says guys have to torture each other all the time. It's just what guys do. It's how they show love. If two guys are polite to each other and they want each other dead. I don't think so. No, because that's the
That's how
big
you
joke
show
is that
love.
men know how to be friends and women don't.
Yeah, exactly. So it's why when you guys torture each other all the time, it's out of friendship. If you see
Yeah.
two women being like that, unless you know for a fact they are super close and that is their love language, chances are they hate each other.
Because they want to murder each other.
Yeah.
There was a Family Guy joke where it was like two women like making like backhanded catty remarks at each other, and then it cuts over to two guys, and they're just like, "Hey, I like that shirt. Oh, thanks." And then it just goes, "Men, we know how to be friends."
I will say, for as much as everyone jokes, I do think as a woman, I've noticed women have been more open to complimenting other women lately. I have noticed that actively, so I think that's good. Maybe we're starting to kind of meet in the middle there with that friendship.
I don't know.
I don't know what I'm trying to say there, but
So my wife, who is Asian, told me that all Asian women hate each other instinctively.
well, that I can't attest to or not.
When we
so.
first started dating, she told me about this, and so we were out somewhere. I think we were in like St. Augustine, and I saw this Asian girl walk by, and I said, "Oh, look, there's an Asian girl," and she goes, "Yeah, I know. We already glared at each other." Apparently, it's a thing.
That's funny. I like that.
That brought more back. Yeah, we already.
That's what it took. Mrs. Movie Monster being funny.
I think it was the racial observations.
I just think it's. I had never heard this theory, but now I want to test it. I want to go out into the field and observe Asian women just glaring at each other, giving them the side eye.
Well, I think there's a lot of people that like to go out and try to observe Asian women, but they tend to get the cops called on them.
Well,
Right.
Right. But I would be doing it in an anthropological way.
Yeah, but would the
That makes
cops
it
know
Much
that?
less creepy.
Imagine as he's getting carted away, it was anthropological. No one would believe him.
Let's see. All bee booty bees and bacon with big B's for $2 is actually I made this pick last week. That was Nolan and Sydney Sweeney. Fantastic.
A much better picture of
So
Nolan.
much.
Nolan looks
Oh,
fantastic.
B, you
with his little
MVP. All MVP, booty. All MVP.
MVB.
Yes.
Liquid Fox for another
MVP.
5. Bring our total to 155. We've actually passed the halfway point to the goal. Says me, Megadeth is the greatest, my friend, but Hetfield is the better singer. Me, agreed.
I mean, yeah. And then I was one day, I don't know what possessed me to do this. My favorite Metallica song is Ride the Lightning. And it's like the one song on that album that Dave Mustaine has writing credits on. I was like, maybe I should try to get past Dave Mustaine's voice. Maybe there's more to Megadeth for me than I think, but have I done it yet?
William Thompson for $20 says Trish is my ally now. No longer favorite YouTuber, Marvin. Oh, come on, man. It was nice while it lasted, I guess. Once again, I get replaced by Trish.
What can I say?
And Nolan Thunder, true to his word, gives 5 Tooney Talk TV membership because all bee booty bees and bacon with big B's made that picture for him.
You can call Nolan.
I got to do
lot,
Titanic with Sydney Sweeney. I'm a happy man. I might die in a boat, off of a boat, but I'm a happy man.
Yeah, no, you were not on that door.
She dies because she's Jack in that one.
Oh,
that's
You let her
right.
drown.
No, I don't think she was. I think Nolan was still Jack.
Nolan was
Nolan's
definitely
Rose.
Rose.
Yeah, Rose.
No, Nolan was Rose. You are correct. Oh,
Why am I
phenomenal
so
work.
intrigued to throw a priceless artifact I could give to my family into the ocean? That sounds great right now.
Ugh, let's not start.
Chris Dickerson for $2 says, Marvin, per wife, Crazy Rich Asians accurate? I don't know. I haven't seen it. I'll have to ask her.
I've seen that.
Okay.
But I can't, speak to its accuracy. I just know that I watched it. It's a
Right.
fun little movie for however long it was on. Probably too long because movies are too long today. But yeah,
All
it's
right,
based on a
guys,
book. Just fun fact for you.
So we're at $202. So we are less than $100 away from the goal and a 10 memberships and a Nolan Q&A. So
record time.
I don't know. Trish got it pretty quick last week. So
don't let me down, guys. I gotta have this moment in my life.
Title. No.
Yes.
No, it's my title.
I'm the Undertaker. I'm coming for the title, Trish.
Who would have thought Nolan, of all people, would be making that
reference? Yeah.
He's
gonna end up doing a super chat that his wife ruins. Apparently, that's what's happening with the Undertaker. Michelle McCool. He fired his co-host to make Michelle McCool his co-host, and everyone says she ruins the show. I haven't listened to it, so I can't speak to it. But everyone is like, "Yeah, no, she's terrible."
I haven't bothered, so I cannot speak. I'm saying that a lot today. There's a lot that I can't speak on, but I would really like to be able to.
So typically, we like to start off the show by asking everyone on the panel what they are currently watching or reading or experiencing throughout their week. So, Lorn, what are you watching this week?
Weirdly, I've been watching a bunch of restoration videos.
Like fixing up like chairs and stuff?
Yeah, well, old radios, guns, some old style furniture, that kind of stuff.
Oh, I like that. That's pretty good. I love the YouTube rabbit holes. This is why we do this segment, because we always find out these rabbit holes that we all fall down. Nolan, what have you been watching this week?
Okay, so I was looking for the exact name of the channel right now. Let me see. Can you have one of the others get real quick while I get the name of it?
Martin, what are you watching this week?
I watched a little bit of Yes, Prime Minister, which is an old BBC show from like 1982 or so.
Oh.
And I did quite a bit of reading.
What are you reading?
Well, so I'm reading Asimov's The Currents of Space. I finished a couple of more Jack Reacher novels, and I also read The Empire Striketh Back, which is a William Shakespeare style adaptation of Empire Strikes Back.
Lauren, have you ever come across that? I've never heard of that.
Don't you remember when I played the audio for one of those from you last year?
Yeah, that was just the audio drama for Star Wars.
I played William Shakespeare's Star Wars too.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Ian Dersher.
I'll have to take a look at that. That sounds really interesting. Nolan, do you have your YouTube channel up?
Give me one more second. You can go to the next one.
I just looked at the chat on the side, and it is like 98.5% Trish.
I have to catch up on things people said to me.
My public is trying to talk to me.
Well, apparently, what do you want me to say? No, they're not talking to me. They are. So I'm not rude.
Fine, Trish. What have you been watching this week?
Well, Nolan found his thing. So
go ahead, Nolan.
Do Nolan's thing.
So I've been watching a YouTube channel called Pharaoh McGuire. He's a pretty substantial YouTuber. He's almost at 300,000 subscribers right now, and he likes to do the trademark Nolan Thunder experience of talking about, a lot of scary things that happened in the world, cold cases, random cults on the internet, all that good stuff. But he did a very fun video here called The Horrors of Overnight TV. And it's talking about some of the strange things you would find on late night television, once cable came around and late night program became a thing. And one of the key things he talked about, are any of you guys familiar with Too Many Cooks by example?
I've heard of
concept.
I've heard of it.
Really? Okay, Marvin's someone's familiar. It was a thing that came out on Adult Swim, premiered many years ago. And it's a parody of 90s sitcom intros, kind of like your Full House, whatever have you. But instead of cutting to a show, the song just keeps going and going, and it keeps introducing more and more characters into the sitcom. Eventually, as the song sequence goes on, there is a crazy psychopath that's introduced who starts killing off all of the people in the theme songs, and it's pure insanity. And apparently I think it sits over like 27 million views on YouTube right now. But the crazy thing about it also is apparently it's the only YouTube video to date that if you go to the upload of it, it has a custom font on the video screen. It's like unique yellow text. So if you're ever interested after the stream, check it out. It's a little bit of a rabbit hole.
I love how whenever we ask Nolan, like, what are you watching this week? It's always a very, like, big explanation. Like, it's never something straightforward that you can, like, they'd be like, yeah, I'm watching Married with Children. Like, it's just like, it's like, well, you have to go to the dark web and install a VPN and get the Tor browser, and then, like...
Love it.
Trish, are you done answering your fan mail yet to tell us what you've been watching?
Yes. Well, don't get mad at me. They want to talk to me. What can I say? I've decided what I'm going to answer each week because most of the time my answer to this is nothing. So instead, I feel like I should answer, Trish, what are you listening to this week? Because the odds are far, far greater I will have an answer to that.
And you get to inject music talk into the show.
Yes, but honestly, like, I was thinking about this. I'm like, he's good. I had on music and I was like, he's going to say, what are you watching? And I'm going to say nothing again, but I'm sitting here listening to music again. It really is what I actually do instead. So the answer to that is I've mainly been listening to my 90s rock playlist. However, today, when I had some time, I was feeling rather dramatic, and I listened to both It's All Coming Back to Me Now by Celine Dion, where I performed for, in my mind, an audience of thousands, and it was incredible. And then I transitioned that because I learned that song was written by Jim Steinman, who wrote for Meatloaf, and so I was like, well, now I have to put on Mr. Loaf. So then Meatloaf came on, and we're up to present day, but the 90s alternatives like all over the place. Like, that's just a mishmash of stuff.
I like Meatloaf the food.
Have you ever heard of a movie called Streets of Fire?
I have not.
So it's one I actually thought about us doing for the Lost Guys.
Is Meatloaf in it?
Jim Steinman writes the music.
So it's great.
This stuff is good.
Oh, that's what I meant.
I
so
love
the music's
his music
great.
so much.
Didn't he also write Total Eclipse of the Heart?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. See, his music is so wonderfully dramatic.
He was in Spice World.
Jim Steinman is in Spice World?
I think he's talking about Meatloaf.
Ah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I think you meant Meatloaf.
Jim Steinman wrote for Meatloaf. So, yeah.
Good man.
And then random other things that are equally as amazing and dramatic, like Total Eclipse of the Heart. So, yes, that is what Trish has been listening to. It's generally rock, but, Celine Dion, why not throw that in there?
So you can just so how most people would sit and watch TV in a room, you just sit and listen to music?
I mean, I usually have something else going on, but how people
every time I listen to music, it's usually because I'm doing something else and I need.
I mean, sometimes I'll just kind of groove around to it in headphones or something.
One of my favorite vibes is when you get epic music and you're going on a Wikipedia binge of some sort of deep rabbit hole. That is one of the most enlightening ways to listen to music. It's amazing.
That happens a lot. I'm very easy to get into a mode so like you could just talk about a band or an artist or whatever, and then I'll be like, well, now I have to listen to them. And then how long that period of time lasts varies, because I go through phases, and sometimes I will be just stuck on listening to a band for months, and then I will not listen to them again for a while.
So none of you
I don't
ever
know
just
why.
sit in a room and listen to music? Like that's the thing you're doing?
I mean, I'll do it sometimes.
I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever done that ever.
Really?
Yeah.
If I'm
It's
doing
always
something,
because-
a lot of times it's
always
music
because I'm
related.
writing or I'm driving or I'm in the shower or whatever. Like,
I don't think
Y'all never
Marv
take your record
listens-
player and just go back and forth in your rocking chair? You never do that?
Those are all places that nobody ever listens to music. Never while driving, certainly while not riding, never ever in the shower. Nobody sings in the shower.
I'm just saying, like, that's when I typically will listen to music. I've never like just sat in a room and like just put music on and sat there.
I also just feel like Marvin's interactions with music on the whole are different than mine, and probably Martin's at the very least, because there was the time he said the only 2 albums he owned at one time were like WWF The Music Volume 4 and like some soundtrack to something. 3. Okay. 3.
I also had Weird Al Yankovic's The Food album and the Men.
I had that.
Nice.
I actually have a legitimate question. Obviously, you don't have to know every song, but like if you don't listen to a majority of it, how much are you getting out of Weird Al? Like, is it part of his amazingness that you know?
But Weird Al would spoof like the big songs of the day. So like I knew what Gangster's Paradise was when he did Amish Paradise. Like, I knew what Like a Virgin was when he did Like a Surgeon.
I always just think about Paul McCartney.
Back then there were no
letting him make chicken
podcasts or
pot pie.
audiobooks to listen to in the car, so I would hear the top 40.
Y'all are
Sorry,
talking
go ahead.
over me today. I would just like to point out. And
Go ahead,
Martin, I
sorry.
didn't mean to talk over you, Martin, by
Okay.
any chance, but everyone but Martin has cut me off at some point here. Go ahead, Martin. I'm sorry.
Go
No,
ahead,
ladies
Trish. I'm
first.
sorry.
No, I'm good. That was what I wanted to say. I don't even remember now. It's fine.
I was going to say that every once in a while, Weird Al would do what he called a style parody. That it wasn't a direct parody of a song, but the way somebody wrote. So he wrote a song called Dare to Be Stupid. That's probably the best Mark Mothersbaugh song that he never wrote.
Just because he never wrote.
My favorite Weird Al
Have you guys
song,
ever heard Don't Download This
See,
Song?
Nolan,
It's one of
me,
his best.
so you're not alone.
Sorry.
He did. You're right.
Go ahead, Nolan.
Oh, no. Sorry. I think it's a slight delay. Have you guys ever heard Don't Download This Song? It's one of his best work.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite Weird
Good.
Al
Culture.
song is not one that's super well known. He did the Copacabana, and he did It's the Star Wars Cantina.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
I forgot about
I really like that one because he incorporates all like the clips from the movies.
There's an early one he did that's a parody of Another One Bites the Dust, Another One Rides the Bus.
Yeah.
I remember
really
that
good.
one.
When did he
well,
start?
The 80s.
That was late 70s.
Oh, really?
He went that far back? I always thought that like he first started in like the 90s. I didn't realize he was like around that long. And I was watching Stranger Things and
could
they were
be
listening to Weird Al, and I was like, wait, what?
Well, he was
You're
doing
not
Dr. Demento stuff. That's where Another One Another One Rides the Bus is from. And then his first hit was My Bologna, which was from when My Sharona was still.
Oh, yeah. And that's like 1979, right?
I'm looking it up now.
I think it's
If it's not 79,
1976 is when he
79,
started.
yeah.
He started in 76?
I believe so. I'm looking into it right now.
That is longer ago than I would have.
But like so the point I was making was, for me, music has always been like a tool. Like it's like I'm writing and I have to get a specific emotion into what I'm writing, so I'll listen to a specific playlist that I've curated about that character or that element of a story.
I mean, I get that.
Yeah, or it's something that I need to just kill time, like, or I'm trying to get inspired to write. Like last night, I heard a song yesterday and it inspired me to write, and I don't even remember what song it was, but I just started going in my novel and ended up. This novel's gonna be way too long. I think I might have to start making cuts. I've written a prologue and I'm in the middle of the second chapter, not even the middle yet. And I'm already at 10,000 words.
Oh, wow. That is a lot.
Wow.
George R.R. Martin doesn't make cuts. Why should you?
If I beat him, by the way, I used to, back when I was ghostwriting, I would do a full novel every month. So, it's not like I've never beaten out George R.R. Martin before, but like this one I'm taking my time on. And if I beat him to the plate with Winds of Winter, I honestly think Winds of Winter, it's just one day it's just going to drop and no one's going to know.
I wrote an article from when he updated his Not a blog and was kind of snippy with the fans.
Mm-hmm.
When I was writing that article, some of the research I did, I was kind of swayed to the idea that maybe he's finished the series and it's bad, so he doesn't want to release it.
I always thought that maybe he had finished it and the ending was kind of the same as the HBO show.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone hates that so much. And that now he's rewriting them.
Well,
I don't think that's it.
You don't? No? What do you think it is?
We've talked about this before. I think the issue is he didn't have it written, but he had an outline that he gave to the showrunners. And they ran with it because they didn't have anything to work with and they wanted to end the series. They botched it. And that was the ending that he wanted. But then everybody hated it. And so now he feels like he has to do something different. And I feel like he can't. Because you know what it's like when you're writing. When your characters are speaking to you.
Yep.
And when you try to tell them, I want you to do this, and they say no, now you can't write. Because you realize you're not writing something authentic for them. And I think that's why he hasn't been able to complete this thing. He has to do something different, and he literally can't because he spoiled his own ending. If he hadn't spoiled it, I don't think he'd be in this predicament.
But I think he set out to do something that can't work. He wanted to invert the hero's journey and make everybody awful the whole way through with nobody redeemable. And that's just not a story that resonates with people.
I don't think that was actually his intention. I think my opinion has always been he wanted to be the Americans' answer to Tolkien. And it's not that he's subverting the heroic journey so much. I think it's more that he wanted to remind people who are into fantasy literature, who like these kinds of stories, that actually monarchies are not so great. And there's a reason why we threw them off. And I think what he was trying to do was tell a story that was that in a monarchy, when the king dies, whether there's a line of succession or not, it's never honored. Everybody goes to war and the common people suffer. And I think that the intention was to remind everybody that maybe putting monarchies on a pedestal isn't such a great thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can get behind that one.
I can too. Yeah. The thing that you're talking about though, like I've taught like seminars on novel writing before, and that is one of the things that I say is what you have to do is you have to listen to the character, because they do become real people in your mind as you're writing, and if you try to make them do something that they don't want to do, it is always going to seem completely forced, and you will not be able to write it. It's a strange phenomenon, and only someone who's ever tried to write a book can really kind of grasp what it's like to try to, like, because at a certain point, if the character is well formed enough, they have free will in your head. So, and then sometimes at night they whisper in your mind that you should burn the school down. No, I'm kidding. But
it tells me to burn things.
Ultimately, what you're doing is you're building a model in your mind of what another person is like. It is like creating an AI agent, and they have thoughts and feelings that are supposed to be separate and apart from your own perspective, because if they weren't, you'd just be speaking in your own voice. And
like every writer now.
That's why they have the agency to do that. And that's what makes writing such a fascinating thing, because you literally have to oppose your own thoughts. You have created these people. You've created their mindset. You've created their outlook. And the only way that you have conflict is to have them oppose each other and make their own arguments against each other. I think it's a prerequisite in writing to be a good debater, because if you can't debate, you can't have a satisfying protagonist and antagonist.
Yeah, you're 100% right. You're 100% right, Lauren. All right, so time for me to answer what I am watching. So we've been watching. My wife and I have been watching Once Upon a Time. That's our like together show, and I was watching. I fell down a Frasier rabbit hole last night. Trish, come on, that's acceptable to you, Frasier.
But I mean, you all see my point, right? Each week, it's like I started this other rabbit hole.
I gotta tell you, I have been trying to get through the next episode of Supernatural, and it's just not grabbing me.
Well, get over it.
I tried again before the show tonight. I tried to watch this one. I sat there and I'm just like,
what even is it?
I don't even know.
I'm gonna look it up.
I couldn't.
Which episode is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. They're dressed as cops in the beginning.
They do that a lot, so get over it.
I know, I figured.
Let me see.
Like uniform cops or like
uniform cops?
Oh, it's the Benders. This one's actually legitimately creepy.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I have not been able to get through the first like 10 minutes.
Well,
I blame that more on. So I've also been watching a lot of cooking videos over the last week because I'm trying to not, order takeout or, get fast food and things like that. So I'm trying to cook food that is both healthy and tastes good. That doesn't make me want to throw myself in front of a bus. So I found there's this one channel I watch called Exercise for Cheat Meals. And he specializes in like teaching you how to like make a Big Mac that's healthy. Like you're using leaner ground beef, you're using fat-free cheese, you're like when you make the sauce, you're using light mayo as a base with like sugar-free ketchup, and it's like a whole, But then I also watch this French chef named Chef Jean-Pierre on YouTube, and he makes the most decadent things ever. You guys were talking about Meatloaf before, the singer, and I was just thinking about this meatloaf that I made from him one time.
Bacon wrapped meatloaf?
Yes. So it's onion, olive oil, ground chuck, ground veal, ground pork, ham, salami, carrots, but I cut that out. Parsley and thyme, 3 eggs, chopped garlic, fresh breadcrumbs, which you make yourself in the food processor. Worcestershire sauce, salt and pepper, buttermilk, hot sauce, and bacon. And then you wrap the whole thing in the bacon, and then you put a glaze of ketchup, brown sugar, Worcestershire sauce, I don't know how to say it, and then like a balsamic vinegar on top of that, and it is the most insane. He has a YouTube channel. If you want to make this meatloaf, just make sure you don't eat anything else for the rest of the day, and it's really good.
See, I don't like meatloaf.
See, now
I'm on.
It is one of my favorite foods because it can be like it's so unique to each person how they make it. And it also is a food that I think is phenomenal left over because it's nothing better than a meatloaf sandwich.
I don't like bread that's like soaked into meat. I prefer my bread to be dry.
So do you not like meatballs?
Not really. No, I usually I'll make a bolognese sauce.
I didn't raise you this way, Martin.
Yeah, what?
I always say that to my friends when they say something that's like not like Italians would disapprove. I'm like, I didn't raise you that way.
Oh, and after our show last week, I went and watched the finale of Peacemaker. And speaking of things that made me want to throw myself in front of a bus, it was the most boring, nonsensical hour of television I've ever watched.
Didn't you have to watch The View?
I had to write about The View today. The View is they had Cheryl Hines on, and they just like ambushed her about RFK for like, and then they were like, Republicans are scared to come on our show, and then like a million of Republicans said on X, they were like, I've asked to come on your show. Like, you keep saying no. So the view is crazy. But that Peacemaker finale, literally, even the James Gunn fans were like, what was this? Because
wow, when you lose them.
He moans and cries for like the first 30 minutes of the episode about how he's the angel of death and he can't be around people and no one should be near him because he just destroys everything. And then James Gunn's wife is finally like, okay, I'll be your girlfriend. And suddenly he forgets all of that. And he's just happy, goofy John Cena again.
So what did this season accomplish?
Nothing. It introduced Checkmate and Sanctuary. That's it. Sanctuary being like another dimension now that they're going to send metahumans to.
And are they still on the bad in Universe X?
No, they never. They left the Yahtzee world and came back to the regular DCU, and then never went back. And no one from Yahtzee world came to our world. It was complete. It had no bearing on the finale whatsoever.
So that episode exists entirely for the single line, maybe it's not so different than our world?
Yes. Yeah, it
Good
existed
on you,
just for the social commentary, really. And for Peacemaker to feel bad about himself for the first half of the episode, and then all of a sudden not care anymore once James Gunn's wife decides she wants to be his girlfriend. And what's really throwing me is that there are multiple cast members in Peacemaker that are also in Tulsa King. And both shows are on at the same time now, or were. But yeah, it's apparently we saw this on the you know what? Actually, let me pull it up. I can kind of segue into this. Peacemaker.
No, segue into Lorn.
What?
If you don't mind, I'm battling a pretty bad headache, and I think I need to get away and get some food. So,
oh, no problem, buddy.
I apologize, guys. I'm going to drop early tonight.
No problem. I'll see you later, bud.
Hope everybody's doing good. I'll see you all soon.
Make sure you guys get to Lorn and Apollo on Friday night at 11 p.m.
Thanks, guys. See you.
Hey.
So, Peacemaker lost 40% of its viewers. Major ratings drop. The James Gunn's Peacemaker is facing some serious audience erosion, with multiple analytics confirming a steep decline in ratings. According to Samba TV, the premiere initially outperformed the season 1 finale's ratings by roughly 22%, drawing strong curiosity from DC fans fresh off a theatrical release of Superman, who were eager to see how the series would connect to Gunn's wider DC Universe reboot. Then, by the end of the run, viewership had fallen dramatically. Samba TV's 4-day measurement period for the season 2 finale showed approximately 435,000 U.S. households, down 39% from the season 2 premiere of 713K, and 25.5% lower than the season 1 finale. So people were interested, and then they tuned in. And honestly, I think what happened was people tuned in because they were curious after the after Superman. Because people did like Superman, I think, by and large. A lot of people enjoyed it. A lot of people didn't enjoy it. But I think there was a lot of curiosity afterward. And people were like, okay, I'm willing to go on this ride. And then the first thing they saw in Peacemaker was just F, and then a whole bunch of wieners flopping around.
That's what you want to follow up to Superman.
Yeah, bunch of wieners. Swinging around John Cena's head. And yeah, people rejected it. And I've been saying, we've been saying on That Park Place for weeks now that these ratings are cratering. Like, it's not showing up on Nielsen. Samba TV said it was like number 16 by its 4th episode. So, like, people did not like this. And again, I think honestly, Martin, I think it is a case of it's too narrow of a what do you call it? It's too narrow of an audience because it's not for a broad audience. Like, at least like the Penguin was very adult in nature. Like, there's a lot of cursing and stuff in it, a lot of violence, but the Penguin was made for like, you didn't have to have a juvenile sense of humor to enjoy the Penguin.
Yeah, I think with the Penguin, you had the comic book art audience, which kind of, since it's aged up now, because they never captured a younger generation, is also the sort of people who like The Sopranos. So the Penguin works.
Yeah.
You would think that trauma kind of stuff like James Gunn came out of would also work in comic book stuff.
Right.
But maybe if it was a fringe imprint, it would, but not when you're talking about the Trinity and their and adjacent characters.
Right. Right. And then, I mean, so they said there's no real plans for a season 3. That was the other interesting thing. That it was basically just to set up the rest of the DCU. I mean, I don't know if I buy that. I can't imagine James Gunn's not going to try to put his wife in everything he can put her in.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he did these interviews where he was like, oh, it's so weird to watch my wife making out with John Cena and to have to direct it. And I'm like, what, did you direct it from a chair in the corner of the room? Like, he seemed delighted by it, but he was trying to make it seem like he wasn't. Can't stand that. Nolan, did you watch any of Peacemaker?
No, it did not appeal to me in the slightest. I thought everything I looked at it just looked absolutely terrible. I didn't really like Superman either.
Yeah. It was that's the thing. I liked season 1. Did either of you watch season 1?
No, I didn't.
Season 1 I thought was fine. It was a lot of like cursing and violence, but I don't mind that as long as there's a decent story. There was just no story to this. There was nothing there. I don't know. But
and the other question is, even if there's no story, like it's, if you want to call it, I hate to use this analogy, but if you want to call it brainless type content, like say the crazy violence or the suggestive themes, did it even do either of those well? Because everything I saw seemed like everyone just ignored it.
It was James Gunn tries to do The Boys.
And failing at it.
and failing at it, yeah. It was like, clearly he wanted to make The Boys, and he couldn't make The Boys, so he tried to do this and make this that. But apparently, like Lanterns, like Nathan Fillion says he's never dropped more F-bombs in his life than while filming Lanterns, and I'm just like, here we go again. I'm working on a listicle right now that I'm writing that is the top 5 DC characters that James Gunn should never touch creatively. Like, characters that will have to be in the DCU, but that James Gunn should have no creative hand in.
I've been thinking about the Superman because my younger son likes it quite a bit, and went back and watched it again. And I do appreciate that Superman is set apart from the rest of the world in his language and his attitude. I get that. But I also get how Guy Gardner would have a foul mouth in Lanterns. But that being used to set apart other characters to show that they're not like him loses the audience for which that's important.
Right.
If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I hear you.
What other Lanterns are we getting in that? Are we getting Hal?
It's Hal and John are the main characters. So I guess Guy makes an appearance, but he's not one of the mains. It's a buddy cop thing with Hal and John. Where like Hal is like the veteran officer and John is the rookie.
Okay.
They cast Hal a little old for my taste too. Like, I don't know. I feel like Hal and John should be contemporaries. They shouldn't be like one markedly older than the other. Like Kyle is the guy. Kyle is the young gun.
Right. But Hal is the guy from Morning Edition, not Morning Edition, Early Edition, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. But yeah, we'll see what happens with DC. there are rumors flying around that James Gunn will be fired if the sale goes through to Paramount. I don't know if I believe that though.
I don't know. Ellison has a tendency to clean house if he gets hold of something.
Yeah, I agree to that. I don't know. I can't imagine
Star
they're going to
Trek.
be like, let's reboot again.
Right.
But now apparently NBC and Comcast is apparently throwing its name in the hat for Warner Brothers.
Really?
Oh, yes. Definitely. We've
Apparently
been
they're
speculating
throwing
on
in-
if that's going to impact the theme parks or not.
Well, that's the thing. I think that, remember how like we always said that like Disney bought Fox specifically to get the X-Men and the Fantastic Four?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think they want to buy Warner Brothers just to get their hands on Harry Potter.
That makes
and
sense.
just own it, own it in-house.
Do you think there's any sort of, though, like, clause in the contract, though, that J.K. Rowling needs to approve if anything like that were to change? Or do you think she get the short end of the stick?
I don't know. I don't think that she can control, who owns the movie license. But if they want to do something new, I think they have to get her approval. They have to work with her. But they already work with her because they
whatever's
work with her
in
on
her existing whatever's in her existing contract would stay. And I could see where a successful writer could include a provision that if ownership changes, I have an option to buy out the contract or something like that.
Yeah.
She could afford it.
There is there is a precedent of them working with her where apparently when she was first shopping the theme park rights around, she went to Disney first.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, this is mine, so I have full creative control over everything that happens with it, and Disney wouldn't do that. And Universal was like, we will give you literally anything you want.
I even understand that when she told them she'd like to do something, Imagineering came back to her with stuff like a witch's broom carousel. Like nothing impressive at all. Just a re-theming of things that were already in Fantasyland.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Whereas Universal built now, 3 wildly immersive lands and a connective train that is one of the coolest attractions known to man. Oh, we finally got to ride Battle for the Ministry last week.
Oh, how was it?
Oh, man, was that good.
What do you think of that sweet queue?
Oh, the queue was unbelievable. I sent pictures of it to Trish, and she was like,
yeah, it looked really good. It was very detailed.
It was like stepping into the movie set. It was insane. I liked the Flu network thing that you do to get in.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you actually go into
the
Flu network. So as you walk into the fireplace, like green smoke billows up, like it's the fire, and then you're in the Ministry.
That's cool.
That honestly, to me, is like my favorite part of the whole thing. I just love doing like jumping into it or spin moves and stuff. It's so great.
Oh my gosh. By the way, sidebar, Maddie just brought up keeping James Gunn away from Etrigan. Yes, keep him away from Etrigan. Oh, could you imagine if Kevin were here right now?
Tell us more.
It's like a demon that
possessed somebody from King Arthur's court.
Yes, and so when he says like, what is it, like dark, the sins of man, come the demon Etrigan, and everything he says is a rhyme.
Mm-hmm.
But like James Gunn doing that would be atrocious.
Ugh. No, please.
But yeah, I thought Hogwarts Legacy was great. My wife is now obsessed with what was her name? Higgledy, Umbridge's house elf.
Oh my god, so cute.
She's like so like cute, ugly. Like you walk through Umbridge's office, and so Higgledy, like an animatronic Higgledy, is in there, and she's like taking like she's packing everything up, and so she like talks to you about like how she's super excited because she gets to be the one that shows Hermione Granger around the Ministry.
Aww.
And like Hermione is like her hero.
Oh, that's so cute.
But then Higgledy's like a main part of the ride too. The ride though, yes, thank you, Josh Hammond. Gone time the form of man, arise the demon Etrigan. Thank you. It's been a long time.
Yeah, how could you get it wrong? God.
I know. But it has animatronics plus screens, so it adds that like depth to it. And
Isn't that the ride that had like the moving portraits in the queue too? Was it that?
Well, I mean the original Harry Potter ride has moving portraits.
Was that what it was?
Yeah.
I just
Trish, what you might be thinking of, Trish, there is a amazing thing. They don't even promote much, at least up until the park came out, which if it was Disney, they would promote this thing to death to where everyone would know about it. But I remember there was a spot at the area where you could go up to these portraits and they would interact with you. You could like have a conversation with them and even use your wand and do like spells with them. Yeah, it was cool.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, like but that's not in the ride. That's like it's just part of
just
like
like about
sphere. Yeah.
Yeah, it's farther
cool,
out.
though.
Well, one thing I like, you go into one room in the queue and it's all of the past ministers of magic. Are the portraits in there?
Maybe that's what I was thinking of.
And so in the original Hogwarts ride at Islands of Adventure, you have a room where you have portraits of the 4 founders and they're all talking to each other. But in Battle for the Ministry is the room with all of the ministers for magic, and they're all talking to each other.
I think that's what I'm thinking of, because it's like it really wasn't like much of an exciting part of the queue visually, but that aspect of it was cool. Like the rest of it was kind of like, if I remember right, it was just kind of like whatever, but the portraits part was the point of being in that section, and it was cool. I just remember us having this conversation about it.
They do tremendous things. I almost bought a new wand. We stopped for breakfast at the French cafe again, like that one that we really liked. And we got the breakfast was, I had a poached egg in like mashed potatoes with like a cream sauce.
Ooh.
It was stellar. And then my wife had like a croissant sandwich, but it was like on a fresh baked croissant.
I think I'd choose that.
Yeah, it was really good.
You would think there'd be some sort of butterbeer pastry for breakfast.
Oh, well, there's one. They do sell one there. It's a butterbeer crepe. I didn't see if they sold it for breakfast though.
Is the menu like online?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll look at it one day and just see what's there, because I'm just kind of curious.
This is super random, but one of the things I like about the Harry Potter area is no matter what you do, everything is themed. Like, even if you're just getting like a plastic cup of water, which they give out for free, and any other land in the park, they'll just give you a little clear cup. In the Harry Potter area, they'll literally give you a little cup and it has the Harry Potter logo on it. Like, they leave no stone unturned over there. It is incredible. And one of man's great inventions.
Here you go, Trish.
Oh, thank you. I was just trying
Three
to find
broomsticks menu. So for breakfast at the Three Broomsticks. Now that one is Three Broomsticks is the one in Islands of Adventure on Hogsmeade.
Oh, okay.
Traditional English breakfast, fresh scrambled eggs, sausage links, black pudding. Black pudding, really? I didn't think.
Well, that would be a full English with the black pudding.
Yeah, but I it's just so rare to find it here. English bacon, baked beans, grilled tomatoes, sauteed mushrooms, and breakfast potatoes. Pancake breakfast, porridge breakfast. That sounds really appetizing.
Child Goldilocks.
Child American breakfast, child continental breakfast, American breakfast, continental breakfast, which is like fruit and croissants. Child traditional English breakfast, child pancake breakfast, and child porridge breakfast. And then the main courses for, I guess this is lunch now: spare ribs platter, chicken and ribs, rotisserie smoked chicken, shepherd's pie, fish and chips, rotisserie smoked chicken salad, vegan shepherd's pie, and beef pasties. And then the great feast is a bountiful combination of rotisserie smoked chicken and spare ribs, corn on the cob, roasted root vegetables, sauteed broccoli, and roasted potatoes. Platter serves 4. That's why it's $75.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Marvin,
for people.
You mentioned Child Continental, and now I'm just thinking of a junior version of John Wick, like the Continental Hotel. It's like Muppet Babies, but for John Wick.
I would stay in a Continental Hotel if they made a resort of that. Leaky Cauldron, that's the one over on Diagon Alley. Traditional breakfast, American breakfast, pancake, apple flan.
Oatmeal flan sounds good.
Egg leek and mushroom pasty. That sounds disgusting. And then kids versions. The entrees, I do not like the leaky cauldron because it's all just gross British food.
Yeah, that's where we ate. And
Bangers and mash doesn't sound bad. I mean,
you'd think it's not. You'd think that it's not, but it's not great.
It was
what about
like
fish and chips?
Greasy.
Was it?
Yeah.
Fish and
Cottage
chips.
pie, fisherman's pie, mini pie combination, beef, lamb, and Guinness stew in a bread bowl. Hunter's chicken, which is bacon wrapped chicken breast. Bangers and mash, fish and chips, shepherd's pasty pie, and a ploughman's, which serves to a feast of English cheese, crusty bread, field green salad, roasted tomatoes, cornichon pickles, apple beet salad, Branston pickle, and Scotch eggs. You could request no Scotch eggs for egg-sensitive options. Then there's Scotch eggs. I've had the Scotch egg there. That's not terrible. I have the side of it. And then a soup and salad. They also have a banger sandwich, which is gross. And a specialty.
I heard it was banger.
It was not.
No.
It was certainly not. Well, let me see if I can find the one from Epic Universe. Because that was the one that I really liked.
Oh, you like the French food better than the Scots food?
Yeah, go figure, right?
I always just want to sing Les Poissons from
Yes.
Little Mermaid.
Yeah, Odo sang that one.
Best part.
Now you're gonna listening to me try to pronounce French words is never. So
no,
Café L'air de la Sirène.
That wasn't so bad, was it? That didn't sound bad.
Quiche Laurent, Ouf and Cocotte. I don't know. Poached eggs, Mornay sauce, Gruyere cheese, mashed potato, toasted baguette, and seasonal berries. That's what I had.
That sounds good, actually.
Yeah. Jambon bear, ham, Gruyere cheese.
Ooh, that sounds good. Ooh, this does sound better than the other places.
The food in Epic Universe is leagues better than the other parts. Croissant supreme, bacon, egg, and fromage blanc, croissant bun, and seasonal berries with lavender honey.
Is that what Mrs. Movie Monster had?
Yes. Crepe Parisien, which is egg brie, sliced cracked black pepper, turkey breast, roasted apples, Mornay sauce, and hollandaise.
Parisian.
Parisian.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Parisian.
I like it. He's like, I'm going to say it bad, and then you tell him. He's like, whatever, guys.
Crepe citronné au chambord. How are these words?
I mean, they're words in another language.
I know, but like, who came up with this?
So
French
here's the thing about
people.
French, and I made a Frenchman very mad when I said this. French is bad Latin being spoken by Germans.
Ah!
I can't imagine why he got mad at you.
Yeah, no, that's a logical thing to. I clearly just was too sensitive.
Well, so they also got mad because I described French cooking as stolen almost entirely from Italians.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Well,
me too.
Catherine de Medici.
Crepe
that's
citronné
right.
au chambord. This is a lemon cream cheese crepe. Then there's the butterbeer crepe, which they don't label. Just call it the butterbeer crepe on the menu.
No, it's in France. I actually appreciate that they're not doing that. It's not
They describe
American
it as
or British.
They describe it as shortbread, cookie butter, Bavarian cream, beer à boire cream,
Ugh.
strawberries,
No,
beer à
That's a
boire drizzle, and shortbread cookie garnish.
that's a pass.
So they actually did call it butterbeer, just French.
Yeah, it's just French for butterbeer.
No, that's how you do it. You're supposed to be in France. Get out of here.
And then you could get the baguette ratatouille provençal, which is roasted tomatoes, zucchini, squash, eggplant topped with pickled red onions and arugula drizzled with basil. I'm sorry, you've accidentally brought me the food that my food eats.
The little thing under the C actually makes it an S. So it's provençal.
Okay.
Martin, did you take French in school?
No, I learned it along the way.
Oh, didact.
He's just a renaissance man.
Yeah.
Baguette de dinde. We had this last time. Sliced cracked black pepper turkey, apples, brie, arugula, top of mustard butter and apple butter.
Would
served
you
in a
say
warm
the
baguette.
Would you say the E in that, or wouldn't it be like dinde? Because I know sometimes the letters are like cut off in French, but I don't know if it's like
I'd cut that one off.
consonants. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's just consonants, vowels. I just know that that's like a thing sometimes.
French onion soup, which we did have, and it was pretty good. A tuna salad.
Ooh, I'd eat that.
This is some kind of vegetable soup. Beef bourguignon, which I had and actually hated this because there was one tiny piece of beef and the rest of it was all just root vegetables.
They skimped out, huh?
Yeah, I was not happy.
Quiche Laurent.
Poulet à Provençal. Herbs de Provence roasted chicken. That's just the chicken. Roasted tomato. There's the crepes. Quiche Laurent again. The steak.
So
My wife had the steak. My wife had the steak, and it was just a hamburger patty, basically.
Like a chop steak?
Yeah, it's seasoned chopped beef.
It does say chopped, yeah.
Yeah.
You're not getting like a big old slab.
All in all, it was a good dining experience. I really liked the food at that.
What were the desserts?
Remember,
don't bring it back up, but I'm just saying, like, was it just the crepes?
It was.
Were there macarons? Not macaroons. That drives me crazy.
Macarons.
Macaroons are something different. It's someone who's
desserts,
done more baking than cooking.
Creme brulee and the butterbeer crepe.
That's it?
That's it.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of desserts there.
No, thank you. Come on. We want dessert in a place like that.
Hey, have you eaten at the steakhouse in the Dark Universe area yet?
No, because I have heard terrible things about it.
That's what I've heard as well. I was just hoping to find like a good meat dish at one of these parks, but
they got some cool theming though.
I had the Bowser Meatball Challenge at the Toadstool Cafe, but we
How's
couldn't
that?
get anywhere near the Toadstool Cafe because the line was out the door all day. The Nintendo area was insanely packed with people.
I mean, that's cross-generational. Everybody's gonna want to see that.
Absolutely. But we did have the ice cream at the Donkey Kong area.
It's good.
And yeah, I thought it was a Dole Whip killer. Like, because it's the same thing. It's like the pineapple of the Dole Whip, but it's also like it had some like banana flavor in there, and then it's got like the vanilla to cut it, and then it had like the caramel corn pieces in it as well. I thought it was fantastic.
Wonder if you could get chocolate.
Now you got the one that has like the soda drink underneath it, right? You can drink like the banana flavored drink. It's so different. I love it.
Wait, is it
I'm not a
banana or
banana guy.
pineapple flavored?
Pineapple.
Banana.
Wait, what?
I
The ice
believe.
cream or the drink?
Well, Marv, you said pineapple the other day, but now Nolan's saying banana, and I feel like this makes a very big difference for me.
Well, the ice cream is pineapple and banana.
But what's the soda?
The soda's pineapple.
Is it pineapple?
The soda's
Really?
pineapple.
Just because I'm like, this
Wow.
is like probably make or break for me if I would like this thing. Because if it's pineapple, I'm in. If it's a banana flavored drink,
Try it,
I'm
Trish.
out.
You'll love it.
Look, and I don't like banana flavored anything. Like, I like bananas, but I don't like things that are flavored to banana. So I was not expecting to like this, and I ended up loving it.
No, you don't like banana Laffy Taffy?
No.
A flavor I don't
Ooh,
know why it
ooh.
exists because I've known one person in my entire life who's liked it.
Here's a question: what is everyone's opinion on candy corn?
I
You
think
know
they
I
made
like
it
it.
once in 1954.
Yeah.
But
I still like it.
Exists in a warehouse.
Yes.
But
I like it.
I like it in a sense that I'm only eating a little bit once a year and then I'm done.
Right. I actually do like it. I really like it though from confectioners that do it in house because the vanilla flavor really comes through well in some contexts, but not like the Brax cheap ones. I mean, I'll eat those too.
The waxy-ish ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Or
got
like the
Too
little
basic
ones that
for
look
me.
like
I'd rather
something-
go for something more.
I bought a package of candy corn that was Thanksgiving dinner flavored.
What?
This is like Willy
Yeah.
Wonka type stuff.
I know, right? And I never opened it because I was really afraid of how gross it would be. And to this day, I've never opened it.
I once got a Thanksgiving dinner pack of Jones soda. It was like turkey
What?
flavored and
That sounds
gravy
disgusting.
flavored, and it was an experience.
Did they at least make cranberry sauce flavor?
That was not bad. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, they
We-
did make that. Okay.
We're hosting Thanksgiving this year for the first time.
Ugh. That
Have you
seems
got
like
a
lot of
menu
work.
planned already?
Well, I mean, I make the greatest turkey in the world. like the turkey that I make is so juicy, it's ridiculous.
He says modestly.
I'm sorry. There's one thing I do well, Trish. It's make a Thanksgiving turkey. I also have this. I also have this recipe for. No, I don't brine it. I put butter. I put sage butter underneath the skin.
Yeah, nice.
And then I cover the whole thing in butter, and cover it and cook it in the oven.
We know two. Oh, I know 2 people. No, whoops, wrong one. It moved. This one. Marie Jane loves banana
Marie Jane.
Happy. Yeah, 2 whole people now. Thank you for that.
And a connoisseur of early CGI TV shows. Very good. With reboot.
So I make turkey. I make a really good. I make a stuffing that's like it can be cornbread or brioche. Usually I do brioche. And it's sauce. It also has sausage and like apples and buttermilk, and it's very onion. It's really really good. I don't put any celery in it though because celery is the devil's stock.
Hey,
I can't stand. No, if you who is passionate about celery in this life? No, are you really like? What? I want to eat something that is crunchy for no reason, tastes like nothing, and has strings in it.
I use it in beef stew.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is I don't understand the hatred because it tastes like nothing. It's not like it tastes
I
bad.
get that,
it's just,
Nolan.
I hate it. It makes me
what is there to like elicit the hatred? I get that, Nolan.
You know what?
Yeah,
I just don't
and not
like
to mention, it's such a safeguard if you're eating something super spicy because it's going to help your tongue not melt.
I've had like dip and celery. I've done that of my own volition.
Right, but celery therefore exists to get things to your mouth. Things you would rather be eating.
Like
exactly.
Dip.
It's a glorified utensil.
Mm-hmm.
The people that put chopped up celery in like tuna fish or like or lobster rolls, like what are you doing when you put it in a lobster roll? Really?
I don't like lobster rolls. I did when I was a kid, and then I realized I don't think the fish that I like now is like lobster, and like I don't know. It's a little too sweet for me. I'm not.
I think I'm also going to do a sweet potato. I'm going to do a sweet potato mash as well for Thanksgiving. I'm not going to do the traditional Italian thing where it's like you make the meatballs and you make like a ziti and stuff like that.
We don't do that.
Turkey. We did years ago. Like when my great grandparents were alive, like we did that. Like it was like first you have the stuffed shells and then out come the meatballs and then like, then you have the dinner.
I've got an idea to do a sweet potato pie ice cream.
That's a fascinating idea.
People like their sweet potato fries, so I feel like there is an audience for that. Mm-hmm. Something like that. It sounds a little unique, but I feel like it'd probably be kind of. I could be wrong, but it seems like something people would buy.
Well, I figured what I would do is go ahead.
Now I'm thinking of a French fry ice cream, and I would try that.
Well, was it Chunky Monkey has chips in it, right?
Does it really? I've never had Chunky Monkey.
Never.
Isn't that's banana flavored, right? Are we circling back?
Maybe we're
circle of life.
Full circle.
But yeah, my idea for the sweet potato pie ice cream is to do it like a pumpkin ice cream, but obviously sweet potato, and then put in like the streusel crumble kind of stuff and marshmallow fluff.
Oh, fluff! We could go for a fluffernutter. That actually sounds kind of good.
Fluffernutter, man. Ooh, what's not to love? It's peanut butter and marshmallow.
I suppose if you don't like peanut butter and or marshmallow, you would not.
Or if peanut butter would kill you faster than a bullet through the head, like my wife.
It's not at all graphic way of putting it, but yeah.
I try to. When we stayed at the resort, they had a hot honey chicken pizza.
Hot honey chicken pizza.
I don't think I like the sweet part.
How was that?
It was so good. We got it twice. Like and it was big enough to share. So it was fantastic. Yeah, I loved it. It was so good.
It's making me hungry.
I know.
I'm always hungry by the end of the stream.
Making me hungry.
Always hungry by the end of the stream. Always.
Trish, your family never did like the Italian food on Thanksgiving on top of the.
Not to the best of my recollection.
You didn't do like an antipasta or anything like that?
No. We had a normal like American Thanksgiving. It was just Canadian Thanksgiving.
It was just Canadian Thanksgiving, but it doesn't count.
Shout out to my Canadian friends. I have a Canadian friend, and I was joking. I'm like, you just had to be different up there and put it in October, right?
I know, right? Do they even have? Do they have the same foods for Canadian Thanksgiving?
I have no idea. I didn't even ask her.
Do they eat like a goose or something like that instead of a turkey? I don't think so. I don't think you can kill a Canada goose.
If someone in the audience from Canada.
Okay,
those are the meanest birds. Look, birds are mean, and they're the meanest ones.
They're the ones who never got the memo about not being dinosaurs anymore.
Yeah. That is a good one. I'm waiting for one of our Canadians in the chat to sound off on their Thanksgiving.
I know there's someone.
Have to know. What about Christmas Eve for you, Trish? Because
we'll do fish, not 7 of them.
Yeah, Yasha Pendragon said, "Oh, on Christmas Eve we did the whole Italian spread when I was a kid."
Hey, Yasha, another Italian. Woo.
I don't think we never counted. Like it was just like we used to do lobster tails, and then everybody cheaped out, and now we do like lobster ravioli, which I'm still like in form of protest.
No, thank you. Not
but the we would do like a fried flounder, a lot of fried shrimp, cold shrimp salad, a crab salad, clams casino, like fried crabs. It was like we would have a lot.
So I knew somebody whose family did the Feast of Seven Fishes, and it came with 7 different wines. Like every course was a different.
Oh. Yeah, I could see my uncles doing that just to get you drunk enough to lose at poker. Because even when we were kids, they would be like, "Oh yeah, come on, play little cards. Go get $20 from your dad." We sit down, and by the end of it, all of us kids had no money left.
And they're all laughing their heads off.
Oh, of course. Yeah, no, it was the lesson we had to learn that Christmas. Okay, you want to hear? I'm going to tell you the diabolical woman that is my mother. My uncle dressed as Santa Claus one Christmas Eve. And instead of just being like all us kids like lined up and like talk to him and have like a fun little Christmas moment, my mother and my aunt decided that they were going to use this as an opportunity to like, it's like a scared straight opportunity. And my uncle had a naughty list and we were all on it. And when we would come up, instead of what do you want for Christmas, it was a laundry list of all the things that we do bad.
Oh.
Like, when I think back on it, I'm like, this was terrible.
That's pretty bad. Yeah.
My mother is still proud about this, by the way.
I like that she's like, whatever, I'm diabolical. It's fine. I am what I am. I accept me for what I am.
No, it was like, and so I'm the oldest, so I went last. And so like you could see
you sat there waiting.
Well, so like I'm on it's on video, and like when you watch it, you could see me like shuffling and like wringing my hands a little bit because I'm like, what is he gonna say when I get up there? I have now listened to him run through a laundry list of every sin committed by my brothers and every single one of my cousins. And I'm like, what is this gonna be when I get up there? I think it was about like not sharing or something like that.
That sounds about right.
It's comparatively not so bad, I guess.
It could have been a lot worse.
Sharing is caring, though. So she's telling you you're uncaring.
My cousin goes up and he's like, "Oh, do you tell your mommy no?" And it's like, what the hell, man? One of my other uncles was Santa one year, and he was such a horrible Santa. Like the pants were falling down, like the costume didn't fit, the beard was on, like, and we clocked him immediately, and we like ripped the beard off of him. Like we were savage, man.
Yeah, sounds it. Very Lord of the Flies.
We were little
over there.
paisans. We were not messing around. But then like we would do Christmas Eve at my great grandmother's house, and then we would leave to like go home, and like we'd spot like a plane in the sky and think it was Santa Claus, And my dad would be like, oh, well, I guess that means, you know, when we get home, you have to go straight to bed. Otherwise, you know, you're not going to get anything. And I'm like, more manipulation.
No, that's just a parent being like, I'm going to use this to my advantage to get the kids in bed.
Yeah.
Well, I get that one, and I'm not even a parent.
There was my father thought very, very quick one year because they had told me that they had mailed my letter to Santa Claus. In reality, my mother had put it in her purse to use as a reference guide for Christmas shopping. I go into my mother's purse and I pull out my letter, and it's like a week to Christmas, and I freak out.
Why were you going in your mom's purse?
I don't remember.
That's a no-no. That should have been what was read out loud to you, going in mom's purse.
Right?
That's
So, I freak out. And my father does not, Marvin the Movie Monster Sr., does not miss a beat. He just says to me, well, it's okay. I called your list in. I said, what do you mean you called it in? He's like, yeah. He said, when you have a baby, the doctor gives you Santa Claus's phone number. And so then you can call him.
That was quick.
Let him know.
That was quick.
And I was like, well, can you call him now? And he was like, yes, I can. And he called my uncle and was just like, hey, Santa, I've got Marvin here. And so my uncle like immediately picked up on it. And then my uncle was like, Santa. Yeah.
Ho, ho, ho.
You and Kimmy wants to know how old you are, yeah.
I might have been like 6.
He was 23, Ewan.
Like, I think I literally went into my mother's. I used to like to play with her keys.
No.
So
you don't go into a woman's
I wasn't like
purse
stealing
like
money
that.
or anything. I wasn't like that kind of Italian kid.
Oh, that's not the point. That kind of Italian kid? Is that what you just said?
Yeah. You know, like the street tough.
It's like a Newsies thing?
Yeah.
Street toughs?
I got the
He's
hat.
like,
but
I wasn't in the Jets, Trish.
I got the hat, but none of the attitude.
Well, they were Polacks.
It was the first street gang in the city, I thought.
Well, the Jets were
well,
I mean, they drop a number of
Italian, right?
racial slurs against the Irish and Italians in that show. So
they also stab you sometimes.
They do.
Spoilers.
All right, let's get to a couple more super chats, and then we got to talk about Jared Leto for a little bit because
we have to talk about Jared Leto.
What's in the thumbnail, Trish? I can't not talk about it.
But that didn't stop me when I was hosting the show.
Did you guys not talk about the main topic when you were hosting the show?
I think we forgot, honestly.
I tried to listen, and Lorn yelled at me. So
I didn't yell at you.
Liquid Fox for $2.
Right. Liquid Fox is Canadian money.
Yay!
For $2 Canadian says, "Don't worry, Marv. You'll always have me." I think that was when we were discussing the Trissionaries who, only watch for Trish.
I was absolutely not around when you guys were doing that because what are you talking about? Why did that come up? That
because
was like
you were
when I went to go get
when you were answering your fan mail in the chat.
Oh, was it?
And everybody was
because
like,
I went to go get a new drink. So okay.
Yeah. XJ Cherokee Bear for $5. 209 says, "I'm watching Devil in Disguise, John Wayne Gacy. P.S. Brian Peck was
Is
a fan
that fictional or is it just like a documentary?
I don't know.
I want to say it's a documentary, like one of those like series where there might be a few episodes.
Like a bunch of Gacy documentaries, though.
Yeah, instead of Supernatural, you're watching that. Okay.
Not recently.
There is an episode with John Wayne Gacy in Supernatural.
Is there really? I guess when you're on the air for 15 seasons, like eventually you just get
later
to
on. It is like double-digit season territory. It's not a big part of the episode, though.
Liquid Fox for $2 Canadian, bring us to 211. Says Weird Al's "Your Horoscope for Today" is great.
I love Weird Al. I need to see him in concert so bad. The dude is so talented.
Maddie for $1.99, power to the $1.99, says Supernatural needs Stallone in it. Yes, it does. Because
and then I said Frank Stallone is definitely a reference they would have made in that show. And they might have, and I'm just not remembering it. Yeah. That is right up that show's alley. And it was, let's be real, it came out of Dean's mouth, if it came out of anyone's mouth.
Regina Sharp, $10 says, I've been distracted, but...
Globe gold! Globe gold! Globe gold! Globe gold!
Nice! These are rookie super chat numbers. We need to pump them up.
I read that it's plump them up. Same thing, really. You plump them up. I mean, you know.
No,
it works.
Stop saying plump.
Plumpies.
Such a weird word. I don't like it.
Plumpies?
Yeah, I'm just plump in general. Like, I'm just realizing that I don't like that word.
Plump. She's plump. She's plump. She's plump. Sorry, I heard lump on the radio yesterday. So
Matt Murray for $5 says, I'm waiting for you to say all B booty bees and big B's as you rattle off those menu items.
Yeah, they did have a lot of B words in there, huh?
By the way, Weird Al did a parody of Lump.
That's right. I don't know what it was called.
It's Gump.
It was his Gump. Forrest Gump.
Right. I do remember that now. I do. Wow.
Maravita says, Marvin, I had the shepherd's pie at both the Leaky Cauldron and the Three Broomsticks. They are made slightly different from each other, but both amazing. Do both of them have peas in it? Because that is the thing that always keeps me from ordering shepherd's pie at restaurants.
I would assume so.
I always have to make my own shepherd's pie because I can't stand peas. Are one of those. There are three big no-nos for me with food. That is like it's a no-go if they exist within the dish. Celery, peas, and cilantro.
Mine's green beans.
Cilantro?
I have that thing where cilantro tastes like soap. You might as well just pour.
I get it.
You might as well just pour a bottle of Ajax into the food.
With peas, I have two exceptions. One of them is shepherd's pie. The other is chicken and yellow rice.
Okay.
I don't mind peas. Green beans, though. Green beans can miss
really
me.
Green beans is your.
I hate. Like, you know, when you're younger and you don't want to eat something, and your mom just thinks you're being like difficult.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, no, like you got to finish food. And this went on every time there was green beans. And then finally, one day, she just looked at me and she was like, "You really don't like these, do you?" And I was like, "I really don't." And she and never made me eat them again. And to this day, like I will see green beans and I'm like, ugh. Like I can't. Ugh.
That's me with peas. I've tried because like I came around on peppers eventually, and like now I can enjoy peppers. And I'm like, I'm gonna try peas again, and I almost threw up.
Yeah, my mom doesn't like peas. But I think she's kind of like Martin, like exceptions, you know.
Yeah.
My mother makes really good Thanksgiving stuffing, but she puts celery in it. So I was like, I never ate it, and I used to say to her, like when because we would make it the night before, and after we like tore up the bread and poured the broth in it, and she would like put the onion in first. And I said, hey, can we take like a little tiny bit of this before you put the celery in and just put it aside? And that can be mine. No. That was never allowed.
Is it because she stuffs it in the turkey and it has
sometimes she doesn't. No, she doesn't do that anymore.
So it's a dressing really then.
Yeah, really it's a dressing. Okay. But we had Thanksgiving with my aunt and uncle, I think maybe last year. And my aunt pulls out this like little plate. She hands it to me. I said, "What's this?" And she goes, "Oh, well, I know you don't like celery, so I made you some stuffing without celery in it." And I like dropped my fork and immediately I took a picture of it and I called my mother and I was like, "Do you understand what you're seeing right now?" Like,
I want to know what Martin was going to say about peas.
Yeah, what were you going to say about peas?
Well, it's actually green beans. I eventually came around on green beans, but now when I make them, I boil them, but then saute them in bacon grease, onions, and garlic.
So, like, normally, I'm sure that, no.
Yeah, I know. You don't like green beans.
It involves a green bean. But I will say, like, everything that you try to do to it sounds good. It's
if
just a shame it's on a green bean. Yeah. I can't do it.
I know somebody that hates cake. And
cake?
I've heard that before.
his wife's friends took that personally. And so they were all like, no, you just haven't tried my cake.
Oh.
So they all made him a bunch of different cakes. And he's like, look, I don't like cake. I don't want it. It's not a personal thing about what you make. It's just I don't like it. I prefer pie. And his wife was like, people are making you cakes. Do you understand how rare that is?
Seriously. Is this like how I can trick people into making me cake all the time?
Maybe.
Like just
then when you get one, you like make one you really like, you're like, oh no, yours is the exception to the rule, and maybe they'll keep making it for you.
No. What you got to do is you got to like take a bite of it, and it's like delicious cake, and you're just like, oh God, bleh. Like
no, I think then they just wouldn't make it for you anymore.
Right.
That's what would be my reaction.
You're like, no, back to the drawing board. You should try making it with vanilla ice cream now.
And I'd be like,
Do they have, like, the
you can just
big
make your own
blueprints?
recipe.
I make one I call the ugly cake.
What is the ugly cake?
It is a blueberry cake with chocolate whipped cream icing that has cherries in it.
That sounds
does sound like an ugly cake.
It
sounds
is
incredible.
It's very tasty, but it is not good to look at.
My grandmother used to make, it was like a vanilla, like almost like a devil's food cake, and she would like poke holes in the cake with a toothpick, and then like she'd start to make jello where it's like still liquid, and then pour the liquid over the cake so that the jello would then like seep into the holes and then like saturate the inside. It is the greatest thing you've ever had in your life.
That sounds like tres leches, except with jello instead of condensed milk. Yeah.
Let's see. Liquid Fox for $5 Canadian says, when I tried candy corn, I yelled, "What manner of terrible thing is this?" Then I roared when I threw them at my brother. My whooping was severe. Yes, I'm sure it was.
I like the idea that you were young enough to get a whooping, but you were saying, "What manner of terrible thing is this?" Like just
Yes,
this little
I
kid, sounding so Shakespearean. I like it.
It's a Poe reference.
Oh, is it a
The
Poe
Raven.
reference? Well, I like it. I like it. Little mini. The fox instead of the raven.
Michael Steele for $2 says, you don't attack Canada geese, they attack you.
No one's like, I know from experience.
Liquid Fox
They
for
fly
$5
down
Canadian. Liquid Fox for $5 Canadian says, typical American. Canada, am I right? While the rest of the world is like, no, it's you.
I have no idea what that's in reference to. I was nice about Canada Thanksgiving. I just razzed that, you guys gotta be different.
Yeah,
But
I
think-
legitimately want to know what they eat. Like Liquid Fox, you commented that. You didn't comment what you guys eat.
Right, which actually makes him an untypical American because the rest of us don't think about any other countries, like, ever.
Yeah. But, you know.
Also, listen, bagged milk, Liquid Fox. Whatever that's
Kraft
about.
dinner. It's called macaroni and cheese, first of all.
What are you talking about? I've never heard that one.
Oh, yeah, no, they don't call it macaroni and cheese. They call it Kraft dinner.
Really?
Yeah.
Probably
the
because
box,
it's not cheese.
Yeah, like the Kraft box. Yes, it's not
They're
cheese.
like, it's false advertising. We can't do that.
Yeah, the box doesn't say macaroni and cheese like it does here. It says Kraft dinner.
Oh.
So.
Well, I thought you
Yeah.
meant they went around being like, I'm sure they go around calling it macaroni and cheese, like in a house.
I have never heard a Canadian call it macaroni and cheese. Every
talked to
Canadian I know
many
calls it
many
Kraft
Canadians about macaroni and cheese.
dinner. You would be shocked how often macaroni and cheese comes up in my daily life, Trish.
All right, if you say so.
Especially like because like a lot of my Canadian friends were like people like that, you know, like Disney and stuff, like Disney World and stuff like that, and theme parks. And so macaroni and cheese is actually like a big topic that comes up because Disney used to have a million amazing macaroni and cheeses, and now it doesn't because people liked it, so it had to go.
Lame.
Stop! I want macaroni and cheese now.
Me
Why'd you
too.
bring it up?
Saying.
Why did we go here?
Felix P for $2 says, I don't like Canada geese. They're called gooses, first of all.
Gooses, geeses. I want a goose at least called eggs for Easter.
And by the way,
It's the best song in the movie. I'm sorry. Even though she's a giant brat, it's so catchy.
when my daughters would pitch fits, my wife and I would sing that to them.
Michael Steele for $2 Canadian says, I'm 50 and I don't go into my mother's purse. Well, I was 6.
My wife's purse is like a TARDIS. Like,
bigger
I
on the
don't know
inside.
how she gets so much stuff into these little bags.
And I'm sure she will tell you that whatever it is she's looking for in said little bag will be at the bottom, and it will take her a ridiculously long amount of time to get to it.
Well, she'll be like, go get I'm she'll be on the phone, she needs a pen, it's in my purse, just go grab it for me. And I'm like, okay, I'm just bringing the purse, I'm not
just presenting. Here you go, here's the purse.
Michael Steele also for $2 Canadian says Canadian Thanksgiving is basically the same. Okay, well that's good.
There you go. Legitimately curious, Liquid Fox.
I am stealing this next super chat. This is one of the funniest things I've seen all night.
Regia Sharp for $10 says Canada has no geese. They are hissing cobra chickens. That is very accurate. Liquid Fox says turkey ham, stuffing, cranberries, mashed potatoes, gravy, turnip, carrot, peas, pumpkin pie, and parsnips. And I live in Canada, Texas. No bag milk here.
So you get Texas the bag milk thing. My friend just said to me the other day, she's like, no, because she lives in Toronto, like the Toronto area. And she was like, the bag milk is so frustrating in the refrigerator. And I was like, well, yeah, it's in a bag. Like I would assume.
Look, they put them in a pitcher, though, don't they? Usually they get the bag and then immediately transfer it to a pitcher.
I'm guessing she didn't immediately transfer it to a pitcher.
Well, then
logic would dictate.
Don't
look at me. I don't drink bag milk.
Well, I don't have your friend here to criticize.
Like I have carton milk. Actually, I don't drink milk all that much.
This actually brings up another question because there is a city called Canada, Texas.
Oh,
is there really?
Whoa.
But are we talking about Alberta, where they have the Stampede?
But he's also doing Canadian money.
Calgary is that's like the cowboy area.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to the Stampede up in Calgary. I think that'd be awesome.
I'm completely confused by this. But
Trish,
although
it's from Calgary,
Texas
Alberta,
is
Canada.
the name of the city. Yeah,
but can it? Wouldn't it be Texas? Like Canada? Like if it's the name of the city?
There is a city in Texas called Canadian.
Called Canada or called Canada?
Canadian.
Oh, Canadian, like how you would describe a person from Canada.
Right.
This is fascinating. Why?
Wow.
Why is there a town named that in Texas? Like I can understand if it was like one of the bordering states, maybe, but Texas.
Well, like there's Texarkana, and then there's Paris, Texas. There's Rome, Georgia.
Yeah,
but
true.
it's not like Roman, Georgia. It's Rome, Georgia.
I feel like I can sense us hopping down a bunny trail with this. I can't.
Kevin Smith used to do this segment on one of his podcasts called Scan BC, and they would basically read this Twitter account that was the police scanner in British Columbia. And it was the most delightful cartoony crime I've ever seen in my life. It was like one of them was like man attempted to climb ladder onto resident's roof to rob the house. Resident removed ladder. Man now trapped on roof.
It's like a Tom and Jerry cartoon.
Yeah,
exactly.
really.
Here, hold on. I'll pull up a few.
Cartoony.
I'm guessing the police scanner in BC is no longer that adorable.
Probably not, because we've probably polluted it by now. Let's see, a lot of fires. It's a very stabby land, I've noticed.
Stabby land.
Burnaby. Crews are responding to a residence for a patient with burns after taking a hot shower.
Isn't that what happened to Al Green?
Is it?
Well, Al Green's girlfriend poured hot grits over him while he was in the shower.
Abbotsford.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. It's around the time he left the music industry and became a preacher.
Abbotsford. Crews are responding to a person that accidentally shot themselves in the eye with a pellet gun. I believe it was at Christmas time, right?
Ooh.
Abbotsford. Crews are responding to a report of a person that got a nosebleed, and for a second person who fainted after seeing the blood.
Oh man,
it's like Niles and Fraser.
It is. Oh, what you got there in your nose? Oh, let's see. Fireworks. That's not
Okay, I'm looking this up.
Yeah.
I want to know
What are
about
you
Al
looking for,
Green and the
NBC?
Burns. No, Al Green and the Burns.
Oh.
A pot of boiling grits as he was preparing for bed. And he had second-degree burns on his back, stomach, and arms, which required skin grafts.
Huh.
I won't read the rest of it because it actually gets pretty dark and sad. But
Victoria, fire
Maybe
department is responding to an apartment on Wilson Street to rescue a 3-year-old boy who is trapped in a Murphy bed.
that kid was definitely jumping on that Murphy bed, and it just
100%, and it closed up.
Yeah. And the mom was probably like, "Don't jump on the bed. Don't jump on the bed." And the kid jumped on the bed.
No more monkeys jumping on the bed.
Police are responding to the 4200 block of Quadra after someone in a vehicle threw a hot dog at the complainant. Like that's like their mass shootings. Like it's somebody like throwing a hot dog at people.
I love. Hold on, I'm using my abilities again. I love that they have currency named Looney and Tooney, and I love that Tooney is for 2. I love it. That's my type of. It's my type of naming
their
right there.
Got a beaver on it.
Yeah, but I mean, Looney and Tooney is the name of the currency. Like, here's a Looney. Let me pay you back. I love it.
Oh, I'll give you a Looney there, bud.
I love it.
Let's see here. Mike Glass, member for 5 months, says, "Hello, everybody. What did I miss? Not a lot. Just kind of talking."
Yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't really make it sound appealing to come back again another time.
Right.
I'm not really talking about. You didn't really miss anything.
We've kind of
You
like
can skip
become
it, just keep
Seinfeld in the
going.
fact that like it's a show about nothing.
Oh, we know when it's over.
Michael Steele for $2 Canadian says, "Martin, I live in Calgary. The Stampede is amazing. Stampede Wrestling there too.
I got to get up there."
And
Are
then
we
Liquid
having a
Fox.
Nolan Q&A?
Hope so.
No, we're at 272 right now.
Oh, so close. I like
Get
legitimately
in there,
want-
people. If
I
you
don't wanna
want
be the only
100% Nolan Thunder, go for it.
Liquid Fox for $2 Canadian says, "Tooney Tuesday, a KFC for the win."
Nice. Well, that's like my friend was saying is the Blue Jays. It's like dollar hot dogs, but I don't know if they call them dollar because your currency there. Just like it's the best. Everything's so cheap.
Well, yeah. What, Costco?
No, like the Blue Jays games.
Oh.
Because we all know how much sporting event concessions can run somebody.
Costco though, you can get you can get a foot-long hot dog and a soda for like $1.50.
Isn't their stuff kind of supposed to be good, Costco? Like I hear good things about the food. I've never had it.
Whenever my wife and I go to Costco, like to shop, we always end up having lunch there. Or dinner.
That's oddly romantic.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I also try to have enough of the free samples that they give out to constitute another meal. Kevin and I.
There you go. That's what I was talking about.
It is
Looney
Looney
dog.
Dog night on Tuesday. Okay.
What the heck is a loony dog?
Well, it's a hot
The
dog
$1
that costs
hot
a
dog.
loony.
Okay.
The money's a loony. Like it's not. It's
Yeah,
not
it's called a loony.
Loony because there's a loon on it.
Oh, okay, that's cool. What's
How
the
do you
name
not
of the
love
currency
this?
of Tooney Town?
Well, that would be toonies.
It probably would be.
That's it.
No, those are called super chats.
No, I'm not pulling
Maravita
these.
for $5, bringing us up to 278. Says, "I had something to say but forgot what it was, so instead I will just donate." Well, I appreciate you,
I hate
Maravita.
that.
I'm
I
glad
hate
to
it
see
when that
that.
happens. That's been happening to me a lot.
Donovan remembers it's called a loony because that's its name. So
Nolan's just mystified.
yeah. So
Sure.
So I do want to talk a bit about Jared Leto because Hollywood has just turned its back on him after this Tron Ares box office situation. Now I remember I bashed Jared Leto on this show a few months ago, and I got shouted down by a lot of you.
I don't have a problem with Jared. I mean, I know he's a little weird. I remember hearing something once, and people were like, he said he doesn't, for himself, believe in getting married because he's so focused on other things. And people were like, that's so selfish. I said, no, selfish would be marrying the person.
Yeah, no, that is far and away.
You have no time for them.
That is far and away the least weird thing he's done.
But there's
Trish.
There's no middle ground on Jared Leto. You know what I mean?
You remember when he was the Joker, when he was playing the Joker, he sent Margot Robbie used condoms.
Yes.
Because
method. It's method.
Because apparently he thinks that's what the Joker does.
I mean, I don't know. The look of his Joker could probably do something like
if
that.
that's his take on the Joker, then his performance as the Joker suddenly makes sense because he didn't get it.
Just saying.
By the way, Regina Sharp for $22 says it's Nolan's fault I'm donating. So
that's very specific number.
Thank you, Regina.
And that actually brings us to $300. So we are going to do the Nolan Q&A. Guys, type it. Thank you very much, Regina Sharp. Type in Q&A at the beginning of your chat in capital letters, and then that way we'll see it, we'll flag it, and give your questions for Nolan Thunder. We'll get to them after this story.
Thank you, everybody.
So, he was so method with Morbius that he wouldn't actually walk because Michael Morbius is crippled, and the crew had to help him onto the toilet.
Ugh.
They had to wheel him to the bathroom and help him on the toilet.
I don't think he's alone in that kind of behavior, though, because I've heard things about people who refuse to go to the bathroom and make everyone on the staff I'm just saying we act like this is a Jared Leto thing, and I think it's lots of Hollywood people thing. Do you know what I mean? I don't think he's alone.
No, this is method acting, though.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying I don't think this is Jared Leto specific.
All right, what has he done in the last 5-6 years that you've liked?
Don't go by me. I don't see anything.
Because everything that he's done since the Joker, everyone has hated. People hated him as the Joker. They hated him in House of Gucci. People liked House of Gucci. They didn't like him.
I sometimes wonder how much of it feeds off of each other. Like the little chicken and eggy. Maybe something wasn't great, but then we are oh, we don't like Jared Leto now. So now he could put in a good performance, but no one's going to say they like it. Sometimes I do wonder about, and that goes for anyone. It's a phenomenon that I notice happens. It's suddenly people universally decide they don't like somebody, and now no matter what they do, it's terrible. And it's well, is it? Or have people just sort of decided they don't like somebody? Well, that does happen.
Michael Steele also said for $2 Canadian, Daniel Day-Lewis can get away with crap like that. Jared Leto cannot.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying I think they put things on him like he's some sort of anomaly, and I don't necessarily think that he is. I think that
I like him as a musician. I think I like 30 Seconds to Mars.
I don't really like what I've heard of 30 Seconds to Mars personally, but I admittedly have not heard a lot, but what I've heard I did not care for.
So here's the thing. Hollywood knows that people are kind of conditioned right now to not like him. So they've made him the scapegoat for Tron Ares bombing at the box office.
And was he good in it? I have no idea. Maybe he wasn't, but that's not the only reason.
I've heard that he wasn't good in it, but I've heard nothing in this movie is good. Apparently it was a script that was written by people that have never associated with another human being ever in their lives.
Yeah.
So, when Tron Ares stumbled out the gate, the entertainment press wasted no time in finding its culprit. Forget Disney's overstuffed release calendar, creative stagnation, or a year of record-breaking box office failures. Nope. The problem that led to Tron Ares' box office failure, according to outlets like The Hollywood Reporter, is Jared Leto. The trades have turned on the Oscar-winning actor with a vengeance, painting him as the problematic and egocentric architect of Ares' downfall. But while Leto certainly didn't help matters, the bigger story here isn't about one actor, it's a studio and creative freefall. Now, of course, this October 14th feature, Hollywood Reporter framed Tron Ares as the moment Leto's star power ran out. The piece titled "No One Asked for This Reboot" Tron may mark the end of Jared Leto's franchise-leading days is not subtle. It opens by mocking his flamboyant promotional stunts, revisits past personal controversies, and details how Leto allegedly strong-armed Ares into production through his charisma and persistence. I don't believe that Jared Leto has the star power to strong-arm Disney into making a $200 million movie. Like, I just don't.
Yeah, I don't know that I buy that at all.
Mm-hmm. The article details Leto being elevated to producer and claims that the movie's narrative was reframed so that the protagonist became Ares, his character, instead of being a straight-up Tron Legacy sequel. It concludes with Ares flopping. The insider says Leto's currency in town has run colder than Morbius's vampire blood. A rotten year inside Disney. Let's be honest. Jared Leto didn't wreck Disney's 2025 theatrical slate. The company did that all by itself. As we previously reported, Disney is enduring what may go down as its worst box office year in modern history. From Snow White to Elio to Thunderbolts, the studio has stacked up disappointment after disappointment. Even Captain America, Brave New World, and Fantastic Four, supposed to be sure things, underperformed. By the time Tron Ares opened with a dismal $60 million global debut, Disney had already shattered its own record for annual flops. Consider the list: Snow White, Elio, Freakier Friday, Captain America, Brave New World, Fantastic Four First Steps, and then Tron Ares. The year isn't done, but even with Lilo and Stitch performing above expectations and Avatar Fire and Ash still to come, and it's going to do over $1 billion because of reasons I still don't know why. Analysts doubt the studio's profits will offset its theatrical losses. Yet instead of dissecting what's gone wrong, the corporate and creative levels, over-reliance on remakes, inconsistent leadership, and risk-averse storytelling, the trades are pointing fingers at Leto. So obviously the problem with Disney runs, but let's talk about Leto's past, and this is why he's an easy target for them. The actor has a long history of polarizing behavior that makes him an easy lightning rod whenever things go wrong. Leto is infamous for his extreme approach to method acting. On the set of Suicide Squad, co-stars described bizarre gifts that he sent in character as the Joker, ranging from live rats to used adult items. Actions meant to stay in character, but wildly condemned as unprofessional. During Morbius, reports surfaced that his commitment to walking with crutches, even off camera, slowed production to the point that crew members had to wheel him to the restroom just to keep the shoot on schedule. Beyond his on-set eccentricities, Leto has been the subject of serious allegations over the years. Hollywood Reporter noted that Airmail published 9 accounts from women describing disturbing conduct, including alleged advances toward minors. His representatives have denied these allegations, but the stories continue to grow to a growing perception that Leto's off-screen persona carries baggage that studios would rather avoid. Now, do you guys think Jared Leto's days as a leading man in Hollywood are done?
I never really saw him as a leading man anyway.
I never really did either.
I didn't either, but apparently some people do.
He's more of a handsome character actor.
Yeah, like, and I don't say that as an insult necessarily. It's just not the role. And to be fair, I don't think that this stuff that he gravitates to a lot of times indicates that. You know, like, I think he likes some oddball-y kind of things. Yeah. So
I think there are some actors who do better as the second banana because they're more interesting that way.
Yeah.
But then because the person is also pretty or handsome, they get elevated every once in a while to be the leading actor.
Yeah.
And it falls flat. So I think that's kind of where Leto is. He's much more interesting as a side character who spices things up than as the main driving force of the movie. I don't. Has he ever carried a movie that was successful?
Not that was successful.
I mean, not off the top of my head. I'm probably not the best person as a gauge, but
and that I don't see that as an insult because some people just like look at a baseball team. You have utility players who are good at doing a lot of different things, but they don't stand out in any one role. And they're important to have on a team, but they're not marquee franchise players.
Yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I agree. That might be him. I mean, like House of Gucci, he wasn't like the main guy, right? But he was like he was. People still hated him in that because he did this Italian accent and he just sounded like Mario.
Except I still maintain he's the only one who understood how to not say H's. It's mystifying to me how in that accent, he's the only one who got that right. Like, you would think he'd be the one who would get it wrong.
Yeah.
It just blows my... I remember sitting there going, but he got that part right. Like, how do you get that part right? It's like the one thing that clicked.
Good for you, Jared Leto.
Right? So it's like, to me, it showed like he made an effort somewhere. He was trying. I guess that's what that indicated to me. He was trying.
We know that he has one more big role coming up. He's going to be Skeletor in He-Man. Which I don't know what he's going to method act that is. He's going to rip his face off or whatever. But
was it Frank Langella who was Skeletor in the canon films one?
Was it? But I digress. I mean, I know some people like Trish like him. A lot of people don't like him.
I mean, don't die over him. I just feel like he's one of those people where it's like, why are we singling him out? And I'm not saying he's not, doing these things, but like, why are we singling him out? There's like so many people who do stuff, but like, it's a problem when it's Jared Leto. Like, it should be a problem when it's everybody.
I think anyone that's sending used condoms to their co-stars, it would probably be a problem, but I don't think it happens very often. I think it just kind of happens.
I've heard some like, just general stories of people who are like, don't ask me to name because it's like, it escapes me. And like, not that the details of it, like not the details of it, but like they do effed up stuff and they're method acting. And it's like,
yeah,
Jim Carrey, weird brain.
Jim Carrey tried to fight Jerry Lawler on the set of Man on the Moon, apparently.
Did he really?
Yeah. Like,
so what I'm saying?
He wanted Lawler to actually pile drive him in the scene.
And Lawler was like, no.
And Lawler was like, no. And the directors were like, no, because this is an insurance thing.
It's a liability.
It's a liability. And so Lawler, like, he told him to pile drive him anyway. And Jerry was like, no. And then he didn't do it. And then Jim Carrey, like, got in Lawler's face. And, like, I think I heard he slapped him, but I don't know about that. Like on Letterman, like how Lawler slapped. Well, no, I mean, they eventually did that scene, but no, like, he actually got in Jerry Lawler's face. But I think it's also because he was trying to be Andy Kaufman, because everybody on the set had to call him Andy. You ever hear Dave Chappelle talk about that? No, he was still a young actor, and he was visiting the set of Man on the Moon, and they were like, "Hey, do you want to meet Jim Carrey?" And he was like so excited because he had never, he'd always wanted to meet Jim Carrey. He's like one of his heroes. And so they take him in the room and like, "Oh, but there's a thing you need to know. You have to call him Andy." He's like, "What do you mean I gotta call him Andy?" He's like, "Yeah, like he's method acting, and he is Andy Kaufman right now. So like you have to talk to him like he's Andy Kaufman." So he's like, "I finally meet this guy I've always wanted to meet, and I gotta pretend he's Andy Kaufman." And I know that he's Jim Carrey, and he knows that he's Jim Carrey, and everyone in this room knows that he's Jim Carrey, but I have to call him Andy. And then he connected that to making a punchline about trans people. He was like, "And that's how I feel when I talk to trans people."
I guess my point is almost like my point I'm making is not actually about him specifically. It's more about why, on the whole, people will pick and choose who they do it to, is more my point. So it's like someone else gets the excuse and someone else is like the pariah. And it's like, I'm not saying that the person who does the bad thing shouldn't be, but like, how are we? And it becomes like it's like Nickelback. Except Nickelback to do anything wrong except make generic music. But it's like, it almost like it starts feeding itself and it becomes just this bigger than life thing.
Well, or you hear about directors who will bully actresses, but then when there's an actor who is bigger than them, they don't.
Yeah,
so
you know what I'm saying?
Not because you're the guy who's in charge, it's because you're a petty little tyrant.
Right.
Yeah. Like that's more, this was like actually not about Jared Leto to me so much as it's like this is what I always think of with him is that it's like I hear people say things, I'm like, well, you could say like that about like X, Y, and Z. Why is it only Jared Leto that's the problem? I think the bigger discussion is why aren't more people the problem?
When you look at somebody, so Daniel Day-Lewis, right? He's one of the biggest ones that does method acting.
Oh yeah.
He will do things like when he was in Last of the Mohicans, go out and live in the wilderness. Well, it's just him by himself. He's not messing with other people.
Yeah. Well, I'm not talking about the act of method acting, no.
Right.
You know, but it's like you hear about weird stuff, and then it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's like I'm seeing again, Donovan Bradford. It's Donovan Bradford, Daniel Day-Lewis. I'm not talking about Daniel Day-Lewis doing anything weird to anybody. So it's not the method. I'm not talking about method acting. I'm talking about.
I don't understand why you're perplexed by like Jared Leto does weird things and then people call him out on it. You're like,
because there's other people who do weird things that don't get called out. That's my point. It's not about Jared Leto. It's about these.
Are you just realizing that Hollywood is a selective outrage machine?
No, not Hollywood. People. Like I'm saying, it's like you've just like other bands make generic music, but it's only Nickelback that gets the crap. Well, other people.
Well, because it was Nickelback that became the meme.
I'll tell you why.
And that's my point.
I'll tell you why.
That's my point.
It's because he did these things and was then a terrible Joker, and people were mad at him for that, and so they glommed onto this.
Mm-hmm. And
so,
a lot
so
of
that's
times,
my point, essentially. Yeah. Okay,
and then
thank you.
There's also the fact that if you're not delivering for the money people, they don't protect you. And so that's
what's happening here.
Right.
Well,
and
yeah,
so that's how the public finds out about it.
Yeah.
You remember this happened after Snow White. When Snow White bombed, we couldn't blame Disney, so the Hollywood trades all of a sudden turned on Rachel Zegler because it was an easy target.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's happening here. This is Zegler all over again. I mean, Zegler deserved it. Don't get me wrong. I think she deserves it more. Rachel Zegler was more directly responsible for the box office of Snow White than Jared Leto was responsible for the box office of Tron Ares. Somebody, and to the Hollywood Reporter's credit, they do quote somebody who kind of like refutes them. It was like some like big H or something like that. It was like, you could have put Ryan Gosling in that role and nobody still would have seen it. There was no interest in this movie.
Yeah. And so then the thing is like, this is where I think it's getting off the rails. It's like I'm seeing things in the chat. It's like I don't know if this is why I'd make a terrible teacher, because once I say something and people don't understand, I'm like, I don't know how else to say this. It's like, I don't know if you don't understand what I'm saying. It's like one of those things where it's like I'm more speaking on the broad, and it's just we happen to be talking about Jared Leto,
and
so he's the example.
You are the broad, yeah, like Marvin.
But
yes,
like,
no.
Oh, go ahead, Noel. Go ahead.
No, you're muted.
You muted.
Are you?
Oh, teacher Trish, can I be excused to the bathroom?
Yes, you may. Thank you for being polite and
did you interrupt the flow of conversation to make that joke?
Yes, I did.
I didn't
and I have no
mind.
regrets.
I hope you're proud of yourself.
So
Hey,
Trish,
Lisa,
I
Listen
very
in
much
Yammer.
am.
I think the biggest and most egregious example of this is Cosby stuff, because it was more than a decade before that serious allegations came out about him.
Yeah.
And it was all just disappeared.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then later, when the time was right, it came back and everybody was selectively outraged by it, even though we had all heard it before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Literally everybody knows what Bryan Singer does, allegedly does.
Well, and then there's the fact that throughout the 70s, 80s, and 90s, everybody knew Catholic priest jokes.
Right.
Mm.
And yet suddenly when an article had the goods on it, everybody was selectively outraged about what we all knew.
Seth MacFarlane made jokes about Harvey Weinstein years before the Harvey Weinstein stuff was a blip.
Yeah,
on
that's true.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And
everyone in Hollywood knew, which is why Leslie Headland, when she's like, I didn't know, I'm like, no, then you were the only
we
one.
knew. I guess where it's going wrong is that I'm being told, well, it's level of success, but my argument is, but like it shouldn't be.
No,
like that's my point. That's my
Right.
point. So it's like it's almost like we're not getting to that next level that I want to get to with it,
Mhm. Right.
and it's just stopping at, well, it's about success. And
Well,
it's like, but that's
if you look at though what Hollywood does, they get super upset when we find out.
Oh yeah.
Because the industry has to protect itself.
Yeah.
And then go ahead, Marvin.
No, I was
Your
just
show.
saying, like, all of a sudden, like all of the Epstein files suddenly go missing, or
Right.
there's that minute and a half in the prison cell. Like,
Mhm.
wonder why. Go ahead, Martin.
And then on top, you layer in other things, because it's not just Hollywood. It's the news doesn't investigate the news.
Yeah.
And now they also don't investigate pharmaceuticals because that's who advertises on TV now. Or
And then-
we all know about politicians who don't pay their taxes for a decade, and then instead of getting fined or jailed, they're just told, oh no, you just go ahead and pay the taxes, don't worry about the fines, like everybody else would do. Or they flat out get out of jail time for things they should have done. Ted Kennedy.
Right.
There is no end to the hypocrisy in these systems because the powerful know each other and they do each other solids.
And then it bleeds into, for lack of a better term, regular people.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? So I guess that's where, maybe this is where my brain is like, I'm seeing this crap. Why are other people, which is why I get, it's more like over the whole thing that's bothering me is I'm going like, so I guess, yeah, it comes off as like defensive because I'm like, well, why is he the only one getting the crap?
Right. And he shouldn't be.
Yeah, that's where I'm coming from with it. And so then people say little things and I'm like, yeah, there's always like a yeah, but.
Right. Now, in the Great Stone Republic to come.
I love
there will be
Stone Republic to come.
Me too.
There will be an affirmative defense you can offer in court that if somebody publicly committed the same crime or a similar crime and wasn't prosecuted for it, you can go to the jury and say, they're not prosecuting this.
Yeah.
This is selective prosecution. I don't think I should be held responsible if this powerful person's not.
Yeah. I like this. I want to live in it.
Right. So either prosecutors treat everybody the same or they're forced to.
Yeah. That's where my frustration is coming in. Because it starts to feel like then like one person's a punching bag.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, well, we should have a lot of punching bags.
Right. The privilege of power is that it papers over what you've done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not bad. Yeah.
But there's no system that insulates us from that. It is unfortunately true. You look at like Eastern Bloc countries, it was that if you were in the bureaucracy or the party, well, in the West, it was if you were famous or rich. You're always going to have systems of power. You can't avoid that. The best you can do is try to create checks and balances and then actually defend those checks and balances by the people making sure it happens. We, as the people, take our eye off the ball. That's the problem.
Yeah. I guess I just get frustrated because I'm like, I don't know how to describe this. I want everyone to be like, come on, get past like the this part of it and keep going. Mm-hmm. Keep going. We're stopping at like the Jared Leto anger. But like keep going. Right. Like that's where I get frustrated at like regular people.
Trish, they complain just enough to help the company, but not enough to make a difference for the common folk.
Well, and do you think it's also that some group will be really involved in raising awareness, and then once their objectives are met, they want to freeze the status quo where it is, and they don't want to go any further?
I mean, that makes sense.
It's possible, but all right, we're running out of time.
I'm not even remotely about to cry, Donovan. It's fine. Just because I'm female, I'm okay. Can handle it.
Michael Steele for $2 Canadian says Daniel Day-Lewis can get away with crap like this. Leto no. Oh, we read that one already. Matt Murray for $5 says allegedly Jared Leto doesn't believe in marriage because in most states it's illegal to marry the girls he's into. Allegedly.
I mean, this is the most point that feeds into my point that ever pointed because like
but
that's like all they are there.
Yeah, I get like. If there are allegations of that, though, that has to be taken seriously, whether other people get it taken seriously or not.
That's not what I'm saying. See, this is where I'm getting frustrated. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's like everyone just is Jared Leto. And I'm like, you say and you turn him into a meme. You turn him into the scapegoat.
But the article's about Jared Leto. That's why we're talking about
the article. I'm not talking about the article. We've expanded the conversation. That's just what I'm saying. Because you go, well, apparently Trish is, no, that's not the point Trish was making. That's not the point I was making. This is where I'm getting aggravated. And I have to be completely honest, not you guys. This is where I feel like I'm a woman talking to a bunch of men. This is one of the first times I've felt like that on the whole in here.
I get what you're saying. It's
I
terrible
feel like
that
I feel like it's being taken a certain way, and I don't know how to get through.
I don't think it's being taken any particular way. I think
I think it is, because I get things put back to me, and it's not what I'm saying. So, not you, Martin. Actually, I seem to think you understand me rather well.
But I also think the chat's a couple minutes behind on the conversation too, because the way it works when you put the chat up on the screen.
That is true.
I have the one that's ahead.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
That last super chat was from 20 minutes ago.
No, forget it. Just move on. This is gonna devolve. I'm trying to raise like an actual point. I never do this on this show, like ever, and I'm trying to actually voice the way I'm feeling about something.
I think we understand your point. Nobody's disagreeing with you.
This is we're gonna go around in circles. Just keep going. It's fine.
I don't think anyone's disagreeing with you.
It's fine. I'm not saying forget it. Just move on. I'm sorry I said anything. Go ahead. It's all right. I'll be the stereotypical woman who's annoyed, and none of the guys get why. It's fine.
Mind if I chime in with something?
You say move on, but then you say that, and so now I can't move on.
Because we're gonna go around in circles, and I'm gonna get really, really frustrated. So
but I don't think we're going around in circles. I think we're all listening to you and responding to what you're saying, and we get what you're saying.
I'm not feeling like, well, outside of Martin, I think Martin does. I'm not necessarily feeling like that. Based on what I'm then being volleyed back, politely, but based on what I'm getting volleyed back, I don't think I'm getting that. So I know when I speak and people aren't understanding, I know when to just go, it's okay. We'll move on. I don't want to keep going. It's fine.
Okay.
I just feel very frustrated, and I never raised the point. And now look at how it's snowballing because I raised the point, because like I know how to take my lumps like a guy. And
I just legitimately don't understand what's happening here.
Because I'm having things thrown back, not you, Marv, to be clear, not you. And the way it's coming across is very, I feel like there's a disconnect because I'm a woman talking to men. That's what I feel like is happening. So it's a little frustrating for me. This is one of those times it's a little frustrating for me to be a woman. Stuff like don't cry, or I say something and then the answer is something I didn't say. And it just feels very, I'm a woman and the rest of you are guys.
I think people saying don't cry is just, I think people are just joking because we joke with each other all the time on this show. That's just joshing. I don't think anyone actually thought you were going to cry.
Okay. May I just say, am I allowed to, if I say I feel that way, am I allowed to say I feel that way? Or am I just...
You're allowed. You're allowed to say whatever you want as long as you don't curse.
I have never cursed on this show.
You have never cursed on this show. You're like, you and Martin are like the two that... No, Nolan never has either. Actually, only Kevin has. And Shadow.
And Lorn.
Shadow lets some good ones out. Wow.
I think he made up for all the rest of us who have not.
Yeah, oh my God.
That one. I laughed, but...
Yeah. We got one more super chat, and then we have Nolan Q&A.
Woo! Nolan.
Michael Steele for $5 Canadian says, if you win 20 in the show, you can let the fungus grow back on your shower shoes, and the press will think you're colorful. Daniel Day-Lewis has 3 Oscars, so he's colorful.
I think this is where that's what I mean. I keep getting the industry. I'm not talking about the industry. I'm talking about people, regular people.
You're talking about the general people. I think, though, that the industry tries to influence those people, and that's where it comes from.
And then I'm saying my frustration with that comes with, I want more people to just like, we get hung up on a Jared Leto, and it's almost like, okay, well, we're mad about him. And but then it's like, so then I turn around and go, or whomever, I'm sure it's happened to somebody else. It's just, we're talking about Jared Leto because he's the article. And you start being like, but like, why is it Jared Leto? He's not any different. He's not any different than however many of them that are there. But it's like, so that's what's my point about the meme. It almost feels like it's feeding off of itself because it's become a meme.
Yeah.
Right. And the purient stuff that he does is easy to joke about when the truly awful stuff that happens is not easy to joke about.
It's kind of like how we know about certain serial killers, but not others, because some of the other ones are like particularly dark.
Yeah.
Right.
They don't talk about them. Ugh.
By the way, Maravita has your back in the chat.
Yeah, I didn't
Thank you, Maravita. I didn't see it, but
We love you, Maravita.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. And then that's the other thing
Also
where it
Gwen
felt like, well, no, she gets it, because then it's another one of those things where it's like, then because I'm getting frustrated at not feeling understood, then who looks like a crazier woman? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, from my perspective, since you all aren't women, do you understand like what that is like for
I've
me?
seen it happen to my sisters.
Yeah,
when they
so
act
it's like
crazy women.
this is the first time that on the whole I've felt like that here. And instead of letting it be a thing that like just happens, I figure if I turn around and say it, maybe we'll all live happily ever after, because then we'll all be aware of what's going on.
I'm glad
Does
you
that
said
make
it,
sense?
because you should never be in those situations.
So absolutely. And I think
Thank
I
you.
understand the point that you were trying to make better now.
And I don't think it's out of
understand.
malice, for the record. I don't think anyone's trying to be like mean. It's just one of those things. I'm like, okay, I see what's happening here. And this is how it's, let me just say it. Because, come on, everyone's biggest problem, especially men and women, is we don't communicate very well. So if we talk about it, I'm not one of those women who's just like, it's fine. No, it's not fine. This is what I was feeling. So there you go, guys.
I wish we had that meme clip of Katy Perry when you say you're fine, but you're not fine, but you say you're fine, because they'll never understand.
That was Katy Perry?
Oh, God.
Yes. Everyone thought it was like Kim K or something, but it was Katy Perry.
I had no idea who that was this entire time saying that. I just thought it was like a random clip from a random show. Like I didn't realize.
Random Nolan Thunder knowledge of the day.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Nolan.
Welcome.
Nolan.
All right, Nolan, you ready to answer some questions about you?
Like, bring it on, homie.
We got a few. If you guys want to participate, just write Q&A the way you and Cumia did here, and we will pick it up. And we will. Trish, if you see any pop in, can you star them for me? Just because I'm looking at
You got it, dude.
You and Cumia says, Q&A, Nolan, what is the most embarrassing thing you like in entertainment? I guess this means like a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, well, seeing as how I'm usually, like, I'm not really one who gets really embarrassed of, like, say, liking anime with, like, a lot of fan service or something like that. Honestly, the thing that embarrasses me when it comes to that kind of question is, I tend to like a lot of, because I grew up with a lot of very high-quality children's entertainment from my childhood, so a lot of those shows I actually still very much enjoy today. Like, my favorite show of all time is actually Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, the British show with the talking trains where
Shining Time
they
Station?
would use... Yes, exact. Man, of
I
course,
love that
thank
about you, Nolan. It's one of my favorite little Nolan.
I'm just saying.
I just love it.
I just thought if it was your favorite show of all time, you'd know the name of it.
Thank you. Well, in the UK, it was called Thomas the Tank Engine.
Was it
and
called
Friends.
Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends elsewhere? Okay. that makes sense.
Yes. Shining Time was the American adaptation of bringing it over here to the West. But yeah, the live action models, it's actually been some of the most influential work I've ever seen in my life. And they're short, they're sweet, and they were made with a lot of love. I love them to death and back.
Awesome. Chef Eddie asks you, Nolan should sing Ice Ice Baby for Regina Sharp as a thank you.
Will it get us dinged?
That wasn't really a question.
I think you're allowed to sing it. You're just not allowed to play
All right,
music.
stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with my brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly. Flow like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll glow. To the extreme, I'll lock my mic like a vandal. Light up the stage and my wax chump like a candle.
You didn't even say
You know
Ice Ice
more of
Baby.
it than I do. I don't know all the words to that song.
Ice, baby.
Thank you. That's all I wanted.
See, that part you might actually get dinged for.
Yeah. Donovan Bradford says, what genre of film are you not the strongest in that you would want recommendations for?
This is a hard one for me because there are a lot of films, a lot of genres. I don't know. I would always ask for more documentaries, but that's my favorite genre. Honestly, if there were more iconic comedies, I would love to know more about. Because I could say like horror or something like that, but I probably wouldn't watch them because they would scare me. So maybe a drama.
Okay.
Not horror.
That makes sense.
Well, it depends because I don't like seeing. I don't like seeing women getting killed. Like it just makes me uncomfortable.
Actually, have you ever seen Dead Meat?
Martin.
Martin. I just heard that.
I didn't hear it. What happened?
Go ahead, Martin.
I said depends on the woman, as it would depend on the man as well.
The channel Dead Meat, they'll do their kill count, and at the end they'll break up like a pie chart of gender. A lot of times it's more men that get ganked in horror movies than women. Fun fact for you.
Well, yeah, because very rarely the final guy, and often these movies are gender balanced.
So, you know, sometimes it's really lopsided. You're like, wow, like one chick got ganked, and then the rest, and then it'll be like 10 guys, and I'm like, oh, okay.
William Schweikert asks, Nolan, what is your favorite video game of all time and why?
Okay, I think there's a helicopter going over my head right now, so if you hear interference, that's why. Maybe this is a loaded question. I will answer this very easily for you, William. It's Super Mario 64. I have a Japanese copy, American. It is legit my favorite game of all time. I think it's part of how I tolerated doing a year-long endeavor of making a video about this game. Like, everything about it, it's not even a nostalgia thing. I didn't play it till later. I just find the world, the innovation, and the creepy aspects of it just immersive, and the soundtrack is top notch. If you guys ever want a good relaxing song after the stream, look up Dire Dire Docks. It's so peaceful. It'll put you to sleep.
Liquid Fox also says, Nolan, who is your favorite movie character? Example being like Duncan from Predator or Rocky from Rocky.
All right. So this was the hardest question I saw looking a bit earlier, aside from the new ones dropped in. I have to say, with not having like a week to prep for this, I think my favorite movie character, it has to be a villain, and I would have to say Willem Dafoe was the Green Goblin in Spider-Man 02. That man, like, his performance is so both over the top, but also threatening at the same time, and the man's voice just strikes to your soul. It is amazing. And that moment when I went to see No Way Home, on the first day at the theater, and the crowd's reaction when he showed up, that was one of the coolest movie experiences of my life. So I'd have to say the Green Goblin.
Agreed. By the way, Liquid Fox for $2 Canadian also said Scream is a good movie. Now I think he's just kissing up.
I'll take it. It's not a lie.
All Bee Booty Bees and Bacon with Big Bees says 1 out of 10. How much do you love Sydney Sweeney?
10 out of 10. If I lived on a beach somewhere with her on my side, I would die a happy man. 11 out of 10.
Ryan Damon says favorite series of Star Trek.
Oh, Next Generation, bar none. Like, that was actually one of the first shows I actually ended up watching that was aimed at older audiences, and I connected with it with my dad. So, yeah, it can't be replaced. It's a family show in this household.
Maravita says, what is your favorite part of being on YouTube?
Connecting with some of the coolest people I've ever met in my life and meeting amazing friends, and they're all right
that
here.
That better be your answer.
And apparently sometimes they threaten you.
All right. BR Geist says, Nolan, how familiar are you with classic Hollywood screwball comedies? There are several that I would highly recommend if you're not familiar.
Martin, can you define to me what a screwball comedy is?
Yeah, I give you some examples. Like, one of my favorites of all time is My Man Godfrey. It's the sort of comedies where just zany things keep happening.
Oh, like Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
It's funny, I only ever think of that as like a golden era Hollywood kind of thing.
Yeah. I was thinking more like It Happened One Night, My Man Godfrey, stuff like that.
Is Bringing a Baby one?
I don't know. Yeah, Bringing a Baby would be one.
Please, BR guys, please recommend some, because I don't think I'm very familiar with the genre. Thank you for the explanation, Martin. Yeah, I recommend me some so I can get a little more familiar with it. I love finding old films.
Regia Sharp says, Nolan, what is your favorite Sean Bean death?
I missed the Sean Bean part, and I was like,
I thought it was just what's your favorite death?
I was just like, wow, Regina, getting right to it. Okay.
It seems like the sort of thing a Canadian would ask.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think there's only one right answer to this.
Is it Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
Yes, that is my answer too. I like that. Lord of the Rings, definitely.
It's Boromir taking the arrows and continuing to fight until he literally his legs give out.
Low key, one of the most teary-eyed but also heroic moments in a movie, especially following what happened earlier on. Like, what a great moment.
Stream Meme says, tell us about this contract you signed with Marvin. Do you need me to make him an offer he won't refuse?
Well, Extreme Meme, there was a horse head in my bed and it got really awkward, so we'll keep in touch, my friend.
Also no such thing.
I mean, Marvin, I love your contract. So good. I love every moment about it. Tooney Town's so great. I love the parks.
All right, guys. I think that's all we have time for tonight. We are only about 10 minutes to 11. So, Nolan, why don't you tell the fine folks where they can find more about what you're up to?
Oh, absolutely. You can find me on my YouTube channel at Nolan Thunder. I have a series called Lost in the Files where I talk about internet mysteries, video game mysteries, and all kinds of mysterious things you might not have known about, as well as documentary elements where I talk about canceled projects that never saw the light of day. So if lost media or mysteries intrigue you, please check out my channel. I present it kind of like Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction back in the day, or those UFO shows on History Channel with 80s synthesizer music. So if that floats your boat, please check out my channel. It's a good time.
Awesome. What is it? Liquid Fox says, so nice, Fox not welcomed. Got it. I don't know what that means.
Nice Fox. Being nice, not welcomed.
Oh, nice Fox is not welcome.
I liked it. I liked Nice Liquid Fox, and I agree with Nice Fox's sentiment about Scream.
Here's the
very
thing.
on point.
Here's the thing, guys. If you send in a chat and I give you the business about it, it means that you're one of the people that I really like.
It's his love language.
Yeah. It's basically what I do. Ask Nolan how that works out.
Giving him the business.
We spent a weekend together and all I did was rag on Nolan.
That's okay. He got you back.
He did. Yeah, he got me.
I just remember the first thing I hear over the phone wasn't even on the phone with him, just in the background I hear F you, and I knew I was in for a good weekend.
So yeah, I think somebody was like, oh, Nolan's on the phone, and I just yelled out F you across the room. All right, Martin, why don't you tell fine folks where peddle your wares? What do you got going on?
Peddle your wares.
So I and Nolan, Trish, and Hangry Table are the Lost Guys. You can find us on That Park Place, the channel, where I think our most recent one's been put up is Somehow Beauty Returned. And I know when I pitched that, Nolan was really disappointed because it was not a Sydney Sweeney centered episode. But after a few weeks, you can find out those episodes reposted to T3PO. And all this month on the original channel, the That Park Place channel, we are recording Halloween themed stuff.
Woohoo.
And we're really excited for you guys to see them.
And I can't wait for the next one we're gonna do. The Martin Stone pick.
This may be the one Martin Stone pick people actually like. It's the Paul Lynde Halloween special.
Amazing.
This is gonna be timely kisses in it.
That's true.
Wow. Maybe you did it, Martin.
I might have.
Oh.
Trish, anything to plug this week? The stuff that was already plugged.
We're good.
I think next week we're gonna start the plugs with you so that you can plug all this stuff.
I don't mind.
Yeah,
I don't mind. It's whatever. I also kind of like, I always feel a little goofy. Like, you all guys all sound so good at it, and I always feel like I'm like, so it's fine. I don't mind.
So, there will be no Marvin Movie Monster in the morning tomorrow. Unfortunately, I did have to cancel it. And yeah,
Why?
so when you guys hear the big announcement tomorrow, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, I get it. Marv's very busy right now.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You have that thing that you're being very invasive about.
I have to.
No. I'm just remembering that you've been talking about it. That's right. It makes sense now.
Well, talking about the fact that there is a thing, not actually talking about the thing, because I'm not allowed to talk about the thing. But tomorrow,
this is starting to sound like who's on first.
But so tomorrow around 3 p.m. a big announcement is going to be made that involves that Park Place. I'm involved in it, and you'll understand why I can't do a show tomorrow. So thank you guys very much for joining us. We'll see you again. We'll see you Monday for Marvin Movie Monster in the morning. And from all of us here at the Tooney Talk channels, I'm Marvin the Movie Monster. Now get out of here!
Thank you, everyone, for tonight. This has been such an amazing week. Thank you, Lord. Thank you to the amazing cast. Thank you, Casey and Glenn. This was so wonderful. Have a great night. Thank you.
Now, Perry the Platypus, feel the wrath of my thank you-inator!
Thank you, you piece of trash.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you! Oh, I suppose you want me to say thank you. But you know what? Saying thank you is like jobbing. Thank you!
I got a little message. Thank you.
Ooh, yeah!
Oh, thank you! Oh, thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you!
Thanks? For what? Hi-ho from all of us here at Tooney Town. Thank you!
And viewers like you. Thank you.